Hello again, world. Welcome to another episode of Golf Subpar. I am Colt Knost, joined as always by my guy, Drew Stoltz. What's happening, buddy?
Good to be with you, Colty. Another big week in the golf world.
Huge week. Arnold Palmer Invitational. Kind of turned out to be a U.S. Open.
Yeah, this is like 2 weeks in a row now. We've been going through some carnage. Single-digit under par winner for the second week in a row. I wanted no part of being out there. This is probably one of the first times since you've been on the sidelines. You're like, yeah, being retired ain't that bad.
I was perfectly fine with sitting on the sidelines watching it, but I will say I was very excited to see some rough on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, from what we were told, like that was more rough than they've had out there in the years past, and it made a hell of a difference. Obviously, the wind came up, too. You got to have a little cooperation from Mother Nature to get guys in single digits out there, but it's amazing what driving in the fairway, you know, if there's an actual penalty for missing them, what it'll do to guys. I hope more venues out there look at that. And I know every course out there can't be Bay Hill, can't be PGA National, but like grow up some rough, dude, and things get pretty hard pretty quick, especially when the greens are that firm.
Exactly. I mean, the greens were not green. They turned a whitish, grayish color. It was terrifying, to be honest. I mean, the balls, guys like Rory Mcilroy will hit it to the absolute moon. Their 9-irons were releasing 30, 40 feet.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun to watch, but you're right. It was like damn near U.S. Open conditions out there, and that's 2 weeks in a row for these guys that have played the whole Florida swing, and now they're going into the Players. It's like, God, how much is too much before going into the biggest non-major of the year? I would feel like some of those dudes might be a little gassed out by now.
Yeah, for sure. But Tyrrell Hatton came out. He survived.
Tyrrell
4 under par. Winner by 1 over Mark Leishman. Shot over par Saturday and Sunday and still got the W, which does not happen very often.
Stat check here. First time a winner on the PGA Tour has shot over par and won since the 2006 U.S. Open and Winged Foot Jeff Ogilvy winner. So it's been 14 years since a guy won on PGA Tour shooting over par on the weekend.
Also known as the Phil Mickelson meltdown.
Correct.
On the
exactly.
on the
yes.
on the 18th hole there at Winged Foot. But it was a fun tournament to watch. Me personally, I thought Tyrrell Hatton won the golf tournament on number 13, the short par 4. He blocked it in the right rough trying to lay up and hit a shot over water that somehow he got to land softer than anything from the fairway had all week, and it was just an incredible shot, especially when 2 holes before he was beating himself with his putter, flipping off the water and shooting a bazooka at also where his ball went in.
Just standard tour stuff after you make a dub, you know what I mean? You got to fire the bazooka and throw the bird. Although I didn't see the finger actually go up, but it was pretty much, it was implied. It was an implied bird.
I don't think he was feeling his bicep.
No, by the way, that's his first PGA Tour win. Like probably more to come. He's a really, really good player, but I hope he gets in the hunt every week because he's fun. He's a fun dude to watch. You don't know what. There were 3 different times I was watching on Sunday. I was like, here it is. This is the moment where he's going to just completely lose it, and it's going to be a gong show out there. And he had a few little episodes or whatever. Held it together pretty well for a guy trying to win the first time and on that course. But, dude, where there's a few times where you were not like, oh, boy, it's about to come.
You're 100% right, and it's good TV.
It's awesome.
Look, I love Dustin Johnson, Rory, Brooks Koepka, all these guys that just flatline it out there. But watching this guy go on a roller coaster of emotions, that's fun for me. And I think it's fun for the audience.
Yeah, for the everyday golfer, they know exactly what you're going through. Up and down. Not everyone in the world is as consistent as these guys are week in, week out. You know what it's like playing good, double, freak out, lose it, all that stuff. And Tyrrell was doing it. He was staying true to form because that's kind of his rep out there. But it was fun to watch. I couldn't take my eyes off. I was like, yo, go put the camera back on him. I think he's about to lose it. I think he's about to freak out.
Awesome work by NBC when he was slapping his back with his putter. Just incredible audio. Just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, these weren't little taps. These weren't like, hey, guy, let's fix it. He was just beating himself.
I saw in an interview afterwards, I think it was on the Golf Channel, where they asked him, they're like, they showed it to him. They're like, does this leave bruises on your back? He goes, honestly, I do it so often, I think my back's really strong because of this, and it doesn't affect me anymore.
Yeah, I'm immune to the beatings. But everyone says, off the course, nicest dude in the world, funny, laughs, all that stuff. On the course, he's like his own worst enemy, his own worst critic, beats himself up over bad shots. Comes out once a month or something with some great audio after a really bad shot or things like that. But apparently, off the course, one of the nicest dudes you could ask for.
That's kind of how I feel like a lot of the elite athletes really are. When you look at Tom Brady, he is meaner than hell out there on the football field. You can see him yelling at his teammates, all this, trying to get him going. And then off the golf course, he's this gentleman that's super nice. Michael Jordan was the same way. He wanted to kill you on the court. And then afterwards, y'all can go have a beer, have fun, whatever you want to do. Go play golf. But there's a different side of Tyrrell Hatton when he's on the golf course, that's for sure. And it's fun to watch. I'm becoming more and more of a fan. At first, I hated him.
Right.
I'll be honest.
Good. That's fair.
But now I'm starting to really like him, and I think he's great for the game of golf.
I like him just because he's a guy that'll give you an honest interview. He'll say exactly what he's thinking. He's not trying to answer everything the right way, be Mr. PC, whatever. And on the golf course, too, even when he's not, in front of a microphone, like he's going to react how he reacts. He doesn't hold it all in or anything like that. He's not afraid to go completely ape shit out there, and that's fun to watch.
Totally agreed. How about this, though? Another week, a lot of people are going to say it's disappointing. Rory McIlroy, top 5, 7th straight time on the PGA Tour, but yet people are still criticizing him for not getting the W.
Yeah, he's put himself in that rarefied air where every time he's in contention, people are like, why don't you close? If he doesn't close, well, hey, what's the problem? What's the deal? And now it's been, I think he hasn't finished outside the top 5 in like his last 7 starts or something like that, but he's only won one of them, and people are like, what's the matter? I'm not like a freak out, hey, Rory can't close the deal type of a guy. I just think when you're in contention that many times, like it's really, really hard to close the tournament out on the PGA Tour. We see it every single week. Guys have leads, lose them, and things like that. Rory's just up there every single week, it feels like, especially right now, that he's not going to close every single one. He's not Tiger during his heyday. You know what I mean? Like the bar is probably too high for him, but I'm not in this mindset now. And I want to know what you think, but like I'm not like, oh, Rory has a problem closing tournaments. Like, do you feel like he does?
Well, I'll tell you this. This is how often he's up there. In his last 25 starts, he's finished in the top 5 56% of the time.
That's nuts.
Which is unbelievable. He has 14 top 5s in that stretch, and he's on a streak of 7 in a row. So be very careful if you pick him later on for the Players' Championship. I'm just saying, at some point, it's got to go the other way.
Yeah, he's going to get it. You put yourself up there that many times, he's going to do it. And I need him. I need somebody.
Oh, is that
We'll get to that later. Don't jump the gun.
Don't
jump the gun here too early. We'll get to my picks, which are hot right now. We'll talk about all that a little bit later. But it is Players' Week. Big week. A week you're very familiar with. In fact, this is your time right now. Tell everyone you are the course record holder at Teepee Sawgrass, correct?
Co-course record holder.
Co-course. That's all right. If no one's ever beat it, you're the champion. So no one's ever shot lower than you there. Is that the highlight of your, like, is that one of the things you like to hang your hat on the most about when you got done playing?
I mean, it's pretty cool to do it on that stage at that golf course. I mean, it's iconic in the best field of the year. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It just pains me to know I 3-putted the last hole.
Talk about that, because I was going to get to that.
Well, you just want to talk about it right now?
Yeah, go. This is your time.
Well, I'll tell you this. That tournament is one of my favorites to play all year.
Why is that?
I never had prior success at all.
Okay.
It's a golf course that I think is absolutely perfect for me. It's where the long guys, lay back a lot off the tee. They hit 2 and 3 irons off the tee. And for me, I can hit driver up there on every hole. I hit driver basically every hole. And I'm playing from the same spot as a lot of the longer guys are. And for me, that's a huge advantage. I mean, if I can play from the same spot as Dustin Johnson, I feel like I can compete. Where he has a huge advantage on me is that he hits it 50 yards by me. So around there, you can't really force things. You got to be in position. It's one of those places you have to hit fairways. And I've always thought this place was perfect for me. The year before was probably the best golf I think I'd ever been playing. Going into the tournament, I felt like unbelievable. My back went out Thursday right before I teed off, had to withdraw. So the next year, I come back, so excited for the Players once again. This is 2016. Go out, I'm 2 over par through 16 holes. And I'm just like, I hate this place.
Yeah.
I'm in last. It wasn't playing very hard at the time. I birdie 8 and 9 to finish, to shoot even. Then I go out and I birdie 10 of the first 17. So going back to the day before, 12 of 19 holes. I'm 10 under par. I mean, I'm a huge golf freak. I know the course record's 63. And first off, when you're on the range, they have all this big board, and it says all these stats and everything, and they show highlights. And it says course record 63 by 4 guys or whatever. So I birdie 17 to get to 10 under. No, I'm there. A little nervous. I'm like, God.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone that's ever played this game at a high level has played this golf course. And if I par this hole,
and
my name's going to be at the top.
Par. It's not like got to make birdie. Yeah.
Par. And we talk about this all the time. Once you limit yourself, like, all I have to do is do this. Why not try to make birdie? But
you've made 12 of the last 19 or whatever.
I mean, my record's pretty good for the last few hours. And so I hit it kind of in the right side of the fairway. I'm all right. I have a 7-iron in. The pin's over on the right. I kind of pull it down into the bottom bowl. Got like 35 feet. I'm like, okay, we can do this.
We can 2-putt.
So, see, that's the problem.
Yeah,
all I thought was, let's 2-putt this. And I've got a putt. First off, people are like, oh, you could have shot 62. I'm like, first off, I had a putt for 61. I hit all 18 greens in regulation that day, which
no
is
big deal.
Very tough to do around there. So I leave it like 4 feet short. So I'm like, oh, God, of course I'm going to make this kind of stressful. So I go through my routine, everything, get over it. Honestly, I hit a really good putt, and it catches the left lip and spins out, and it was just blah.
Yeah.
Like I threw up on myself. And I felt sick to my stomach, and I was playing with Bryce Mulder and William McGirt. And I'll never forget this. Literally, take our hats off, shake hands, and Bryce, as we know, is going to be a funny guy. And he goes, wait up, F it up. And I was like, I know. And I thought he was talking about the course record. He goes, no, idiot. He goes, that was the only bogey in our group all day.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You guys almost had 3 guys go around TBC, no bogeys.
Yeah, so McGirt shot 67, Bryce shot 69, bogey free. And I made the only bogey, 3-putt on 18.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice little best ball.
I mean, it
that
was
day. That's wild. I wonder if that's ever been done.
I don't know, but it was unbelievable. And to back up shooting 63, I only birdied one of the par 5s that day.
Really?
Yeah. I 3-putted. I was on the back fringe on 16, 3-putted for par. But the only birdie on the par 5 I made was number 11. So it could have been.
So course record holder, but could have been.
Yeah, made one putt over 15.
Could have been a weird number.
One putt over 15 foot long.
Yeah, still a nice little thing to hold.
That was nice.
To hang your hat on.
Ended up finishing 3rd in the event, which is obviously a hell of an honor.
Not terrible.
Finish 3rd every year at the Players. You go home nice.
You do all right.
Very happy.
Yeah,
Big
I think
smile.
you keep your card right. You think you can miss every other cut the rest of the year and probably keep your
pretty
card
close
on the money list if they were doing it off money list.
But it's an unbelievable week. One of my favorites, and I can't wait to watch it this week.
Yeah, it's always a fun one to watch. I look forward to it too. I hope they get a little bit of weather. I hope they get some hard conditions. It's fun even if it's perfect out. There's still a lot of shots that'll tighten you up quite a bit. I got a story before I forget to tell you this story. So last week, it's Thursday morning.
This is our episode of Funny Money, correct?
Oh, this is Funny Money. You had a good little course record story. I haven't shot any course records at TPC or really anywhere for that matter, so I'm going to go with this. Thursday morning last week, Bay Hill, I get a text. It's Thursday morning right before turn, and it's Tom Hoagie, PGA Tour player Tom Hoagie, TCU alum. Shout out Tommy Hoagie. And I get a text, and he's like, dude, I'm driving to my first round to my tee time at Bay Hill. And he's like, I'm driving there. I'm about a mile outside the gate, and I pull up behind one of the new Lamborghini SUVs, right? I was like, cool. So this is a long.
They're so sick.
Oh yeah. So he's like, I'd never seen one before, so I'm checking this thing out. Like it's unbelievable, right? He's like, so I start creeping up closer to it because I want to look at it or whatever. And I'm looking at the back, and there's a huge sticker on the back left of the back windshield. And he's like, I creep up closer to it, and it says "baby on board." And he's like, oh my god, dude! Like who puts a sticker on your Lambo? Like that's just like defacing. That's like sacrilege to put a sticker on a Lambo, much less a baby on board sticker. Like,
can I try and guess who this is?
No, hold on.
Okay.
I'll let you guess at the end.
Okay.
Like that goes on like your Astro minivan. You know what I mean? That doesn't go on the Lambo. So he's creeping up. He's like, man, this thing is sick. I'm looking at it. It's like we're coming up to a light in a second. So he's like, I want to go around to the passenger side, see who it is, right? Maybe it's somebody going to the course, whatever. So he pulls up around it, come up to the light. His passenger window's down. Looks over. Guess. Someone we know.
Was it maybe this
guy? That's the fella.
Was it him?
Our boy, the Rat, cruising into Bay Hill in his Lambo SUV with "baby on board" sticker. I can't believe you have that shirt before me. I'm really pissed. I need it immediately.
This is what I tried to tell you earlier.
Oh, is that what you were talking to me about?
Yep,
The surprise?
Yep.
Oh,
how good is this?
Thank God. Well, I'll only wear it every day.
Hold on. Let's just.
Oh, yeah. Show the people that. Show the people.
Look at this. First off, Team Karadek on the back.
Of course, stamped.
Arm. He's
Arm.
the man.
Yeah. So Arm cruising up to Bay Hill in his Lambo SUV with a "baby on board" sticker. Anybody else in the world, if you got any sort of a sticker on your Lambo, I'm like, I can't. Like, you're out of here. You're done. That's a wrap. With Arm, our guy, I'm gonna give it a pass because he's the king and he can do whatever he wants. And he's got 12 other Lambos that probably don't have stickers. So, but he's probably the only dude in America, I would think, with a Lambo SUV with a "baby on board" sticker. So. Hoagie was like, dude, I had to tell you. I just heard the podcast about all the shoes and stuff. I knew you'd appreciate it. So I was like, yep, that's only perfect.
He's the best. So you left my house earlier, and I went out on the porch, and there was a package, and I picked it up, and all I saw, I don't know what the first name was. It wasn't Karadek.
Right.
But it said Afa Bonrat, and I got so excited. I'm like, oh, my God, he actually sent him.
Because
when I texted him, he told me to send the address. Yeah. He never responded, so I was just kind of like, oh.
Probably, yeah.
But
probably over it.
I hope he sent some in your size.
I would have come back. Any size is my size if it's got
You'll
the
wear
rat on the front. Trust me.
I love it. 100%. Well, he is the best.
100%.
I wanted to surprise you with this shirt today.
I showed up here. It's like, by the way, 80 degrees in Scottsdale, and you got on like a zipped up hoodie. I was like, what are you doing? Dude, it's 80 degrees out here. What are you like,
had a little surprise.
Are you battling a cold? You got the coronavirus? All right, that was a good unveiling.
You're welcome.
That was actually perfect timing considering I had that story teed up. So
I know, it worked out.
Shout out
absolutely
to our boy, the
perfect.
Rat, cruising into Bay Hill
Arm.
in the Lambo. Yeah,
Team
Arm.
Karadek.
Well, we are Team Karadek.
All right, Sleazy, it's time for Colt versus Drew. And for those of you keeping score at home, it is currently 3-2 1.
Another rigged game that I can't get a fair shake at. So can't wait to see what kind of crap producer Mark pulls this.
Producer
week. So
Mark, do not
looking forward to it.
Already dock him a point for hating on you before we even started. I think you're doing a great
dock
job.
Me 6. It's not going to matter, dude.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
Better non-major players or Arnold Palmer?
I'll go first right now. Get this out of the way. The players, 100%. They don't call it the 5th major for nothing. If you look at who's won that golf tournament, it's the who's who of golf. It's every player on PGA Tour talks about wanting to win it, how much it means winning them. Bay Hill's cool because it's Arnie's tournament, but it's not even close. TPC Players Championship.
I mean, I'm going to have to agree with him. No disrespect to the king. The Arnold Palmer Invitational is amazing, but you don't see many guys skipping the Players Championship. No matter where it's at in your schedule, you are there. It is the strongest field in golf and on one of the most unbelievable golf courses you play all year. It's wide open. I love it. It's my favorite tournament to play in and my favorite tournament to watch of the year.
All right. Drew, you just mentioned this, coronavirus. If this keeps going this way, would you rather see a tournament canceled or played without any fans?
I would personally rather see it played without any fans. I still want to watch it. I'm not going to many of these events. I'd still like to watch it at home. I know the players would probably, not love playing in front of no gallery. But for me, speaking as a fan of the game, a true fan like I am, much rather still be able to see it on TV than to just cancel the thing altogether.
Man, I have to disagree. I think fans are a part of the game. Like LeBron said, if there's no fans in the arena, I'm not showing up to play. He goes, I play for the fans, which I think a lot of the guys on the PGA Tour would feel the same way. You got to have some crowd out there to get you going. It'd be just weird playing without any fans. So I think you got to cancel it.
I think LeBron also plays for the money, too. Would you rather have a month straight
of
no earning?
I'm just telling you what he said.
Okay.
Drew.
And I'm saying my opinion's my opinion, Colt.
Next question, producer Mark. The fantastic producer Mark.
Hey, and I know you guys are both big curb guys. I know you are.
Correct.
Who's going to win out? Mocha Joe's or Latte Larry's?
Oh, got to go with my guy, Larry David. Latte Larry's is amazing. We'd have no wobbly tables. We got warm coffee. Place is fantastic. Mocha Joe's is done.
Yeah, you got spaceship urinals in there.
State-of-the-art
urinals that are seen nowhere else. All right, I'm going to mix it up because if I answer every question the same as Colt, I'll probably lose anyway. So I'll go at the end of the season, in my opinion, something's going to happen with Latte Larry's. It's going to go to a disaster, and Mocha Joe will end up taking over the coffee juggernaut there in LA. So I'll just go Mocha Joe just to switch it up a little bit.
All right. Colt, you mentioned him before. Tom Brady, staying in New England or leaving town?
I mean, everything I hear is he's leaving, which I hate. I guess him and Belichick do actually have a little bit of a feud going on. I just can't imagine him going somewhere else. I mean, it'd be like Kobe leaving the Lakers. Like, it's just, he's a New England Patriot. As much as I don't like the Patriots because of Keegan Bradley, I like Tom Brady, and I really think he should stay there and end his career there.
Yeah, I can't imagine Tom Brady putting on any uniform other than a New England Patriots uniform. Could you imagine next year if they trot out the Las Vegas Raiders and there's Tom Brady in a Las Vegas Raiders uniform? Like, nothing would make sense. So I think it's all, at the end of the day, I think it gets worked out. New England ain't going to let him walk out to somebody else. So I'm going with New England as well.
All right, last question. Little sneak peek to the interview where there's a lot of Bachelor talk. Who lasts longer on a season of The Bachelorette, Colt or Drew?
Oh, man.
You want to do it? You want to take it? You want to have at it?
I'll let you go.
On a season, I think I'm going to say Colt. I would say Colt. I feel like I wouldn't have the patience to play all the games and do all the kissy goo goo gaga stuff. It's just so much of a charade, and you got to do the crying, and there's a lot of sympathy crap that goes on involved in it. I don't necessarily, I would never want to go on it. It seems like torture to me to compete with all these muscled up steroid dudes and trot around the pool. So I'm going to say Colt. Colt's a very lovable character, guys. He's very lovable. People like him. He's a safe space. I think Colt lasts a lot longer.
I should have gone first, but I was going to say probably me, just because there is all these muscle, handsome fellas, and they got to keep one of the regular guys around for a little bit. So I think I might have a chance with that, but I'd probably get drunk on the first night and do something stupid and get kicked off right away.
It's a good point.
Yeah. So, all right, there you go.
Close matchup this week. Again, no, just kidding.
No, give it to him. I'm kidding.
Latte Larry's versus Mocha Joe's is a tough one there. I think being as big as a Curb fan as you are, taking that stand, you earned some credit with that. Drew?
Upset City. upset. He's got to keep it close.
The sympathy card's coming out. He's feeling so sorry for you.
It can't be a runaway, dude. That's smart by producer Mark there. He's a top producer for a reason. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Keep it close.
I knew this was coming. It's sympathy.
Yeah, that's all right.
Your answer sucked.
I'll take it.
You'll
3-2.
You'll get him back later.
Take it.
That's true.
Good point.
All right. Well, now it's time to welcome in our special guest of the week. We got a young sensation on our hands here.
Correct.
If you don't know him, you're going to. Wyndham Clark.
Dub Stack
is our next guest on Golf Subpar.
We now welcome our next guest to Subpar. He's second-year PGA Tour player, up-and-coming superstar on the PGA Tour, and Colt, without question, the biggest diva that we have ever dealt with here at Subpar in our short tenure.
This is true. I mean, Kiradech Alpha Bonrock came from Thailand, and he was on time.
Yeah, the Dubs, like yesterday he's supposed to be in here. I got to cancel. Something came up. Find out he's just playing golf and playing poker all day long. Today, hey, guys, will be about an hour late. I'm getting a haircut.
And he shows up in a hat.
And he's wearing a hat, dude. I thought he'd at least be showing it off here today. And he shows up in his best gear of all time. Looked like he'd just been playing Call of Duty for 7 hours.
But I will say, you both are from the great state of Colorado.
That's correct, Colt.
Let's just get it out of the way right now.
Yeah, talk about it.
Who's the better player growing up?
Well, first, let me talk to the diva part.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you can respond.
I will say one thing that John Ellis says, and I don't want to quote my caddy, but did Mayweather ever show up on time? No.
Right.
He's last into the ring. He's last to show up. Everyone's waiting for him.
So you're Mayweather in this scenario right here.
Yes.
So a couple top 20s equal Floyd Mayweather. Got it.
Okay, we got to get Wyndham out of the way right now.
You got to fake it till you make it.
Because when Dub starts winning, we ain't getting him, dude. This is our one shot. He wins one time. Like, sorry, remind me your name again.
Okay, so back to the state of Colorado. You're both
new phone. Who this?
Exactly. So I want to know. Who has more records in the state of Colorado?
This is a hot debate in the state of Colorado.
You know, if I was prepared, actually, I should have been prepared. I could have come with the results, with all the records, and
I have a vault right here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but
it's a little
tell you
we can't prove them.
No, I could tell you everything you need to know.
I have all of them.
You got them all? Well, so who is it?
So it's me.
No, I disagree heavily. So
Colorado
Colt, let me set this
high
straight.
School champ several times.
Yes.
Twice.
You?
Once and one runner-up.
Runner-up.
I was runner-up twice.
Don't care. Here's why that doesn't matter.
And I won his team won 3 times.
Here's why that does. Team, dude, I can't control the fact that my team sucks. I can only shoot as low a score as ever been shot in the history of Colorado. You ever done that? No. Here's why. Dub played in baby school division, dude. He went to Valor Christian, which we'll talk a lot about later on. It's the school. It's the coolest school in the world. All the Broncos kids go there. It's the thing. But when they first started, Dub gravitated towards there because he's attracted to flashy things and like that, right? I just put a school on the map. But they were like 3A and 4. Dude, they're little baby school. He's playing against kids that have like rented clubs and like, you know, like a driver that's from 1964. And he's drumming these kids, of course, because he's the great Wyndham Clark. He's an incredible player. He didn't do it in big boy school division. I did it in the big boy. I'm like Alabama and you're like North Dakota State. Like, you're a great team. You're not in the right division.
I mean,
you can't come on here and insult our guests.
No, I love him to death.
But here, so okay,
this is my pupil.
All right. Well, let's just go to
Settle it.
Because you think 4A and 5A is different.
Well, if they weren't, it would just be all one division. But keep going.
Okay. So who was the best? Who would you say was the best high school golf team in Colorado in the last 20 years?
Oh, I don't know.
Kent, Denver.
I'm not
right?
a big.
They won
yeah,
like
Kent was a factory. Kevin Stadler went there.
Were they 4A? Yeah, they were 4A.
Yeah, but dude,
I love this little
individual. You're talking team. I'm talking Indy. I went up against the big dogs.
Gunnar
Reavie,
the
baby dogs.
D1. Bo Schoolcraft, D1. Matt
Dude,
Scobie,
there was like
D1.
There was like 10 guys that I
D1.
trucked over to get to that state title.
Right.
I took it.
Let's get to Wyndham.
This will never end. This will never end. But good leadoff.
But Sleaze did tell me that you had a poster above your bed of him growing up.
This is true. Thank you,
not
Colt.
True.
Colt's got my
I
back.
actually had a poster of Kobe, and then I stayed at Sleaze's house one time, and apparently he's my idol.
Can I stay at your house? He was like my little kid I adopted, dude. I taught this guy how to play. Now look at him. He's superstar. He's showing up an hour late to podcast. Now he's the big dog. Complete role reversal. But growing up, I set the bar. Wyndham, just tell the people, dude, one time. Just give me a little bit of shine on this pod.
He was
Colt's
your
won a
protege.
ton of stuff he always gets to talk about. I've done nothing.
All right,
just tell the people. Dude.
I will toot your horn.
Okay.
When I was 14,
Yes.
I played in the same event as you when you were 24. And we finished roughly the same. You might have beat me by a couple shots. Yeah, you beat me by a couple of shots.
Oh, God. It's okay. See, that just confirms the fact right there. He doesn't want to admit it, but it's okay. But he did look up to me, Colt. Great leadoff. This is a good icebreaker.
He did look up to you. We got that set straight.
Yeah.
Awesome. He's definitely the better player from Colorado. I'm going to have to side with him on this.
It's hard to argue at this point.
But we will have to say he's a fantastic athlete, potential superstar, but he was not the greatest athlete from his high school. And I know you don't like talking about it too much, but we're going to talk about it.
But we're going to talk about it for the next hour.
Yeah. And it's very well known you went to school with Christian McCaffery. He's so far more successful.
Yeah.
Richer.
Yeah, what else?
Better looking.
There it was.
I mean.
Kidding.
But I got him where it counts.
Where's that?
That's for you to decide. But I got him where it counts.
Okay. All right. Well, that will remain a mystery. I'm just kidding.
It's funny, though, because in high school, we did the same thing. To be truthfully, like I broke a lot of records in college or in high school golf. He broke all the records in high school football. So we were like on the same level. Granted, football was a little higher. He's had more success early.
This race ain't over. We'll see 10 years from now. We're on lap one of y'all's careers.
Yeah, his career is short.
Yeah.
So he's got to make it happen quickly. You got a long time to keep it going. And you're on a nice start, by the way.
Thank you. But he definitely he has a huge head start. So I got to show.
Was he like when y'all were in high school? Did you know this guy's going to be a superstar?
You know, everyone probably knows some guys growing up like that guy's going to make it. He 100% was that guy. I mean, every time you'd watch him on the football field, he'd play 3 quarters. He'd have 4 touchdowns, 400 yards, and they'd pull him out, and you're like, it was men. He was a man amongst boys, and everyone just knew like he's going to be good. Now, granted, you know, a lot of people didn't think it would translate to the league, and I am going to go down quoted as saying, and everyone would agree.
Okay.
In college, his first year, I said, "Hey, that guy's going to be a Heisman candidate," and everyone on my team, Taylor Gooch, Kevin Doherty, all these guys were like, "Dude, there's no way he's a white running back.
Can't be a white running
There's
back.
no way this guy." Whatever. The next year, they're rooting for him, and they're like, "He got screwed in the Heisman." Like it totally role reversal. He's that good. He's awesome.
What was cool like? He's obviously one of your best buds. You guys are still tight to this day. Talk all the time and stuff. What was in high school? Obviously, you're the stud golfer. You're the dude, one of the best players in the country. He's the stud running back, one of the best players in the country. Was there like a rivalry, like who can outdo who in terms of like accomplishments in high school? Did you guys have that?
Yeah. So best buds. I'm close with his brother. Max and I graduated together, so I'm closer with Max. Christian and I are buds. There was just because it was 2 different sports. And my accolades, like no one really knew about them because, I'm traveling playing like golf around the country. And he's playing in front of all of our high school.
He's in your backyard,
yes.
Your high school.
He's in our backyard, and everyone sees what he does, but no one really knew what I was doing. And then, then I win state championships, and everyone's like, oh, wow, Wyndham. And then when people would find out, like, oh, he's ranked whatever in the country, like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. So it's just different, but...
football kind of trumps golf in high school a little bit, I would say.
Slightly. Yeah. Can you get him on our pod?
Podcast.
Will you text him right now? See if he'll come on. It would be huge for us, dude.
Should I FaceTime him right now?
Yeah, hit him up right now.
I think he's with his girlfriend right now.
So.
Perfect.
I don't blame him.
Big fan.
I don't blame him.
I did have a moment with Christian, though, last year at Quail Hollow at the Wells Fargo. I was in the trailer, actually. I'm so lazy, I have people stretch me before warming up.
I do too.
Yeah. So they're showing Christian around, and I'm laying on the table getting stretched, and he walks in. They're like, "Oh, Christian McCaffery." I was like, "You want to see how a real athlete warms up, bud?"
And what did he say to
He just started laughing and walked away.
See ya.
Shredded.
Yeah. This year,
he's built a little different.
I'm gonna have him carry my bag
at Quail.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's an incredible idea. Sorry about the fans.
I'm doing TV there that week. Can't wait to come hang out with y'all.
Yeah. We'll both wear no shirts and see who gets more.
They'll probably confuse me for him.
You guys both hooped though too, right? In high school?
Yeah, we actually played against each other and with each other.
How'd you play against each other?
Well, not in high school.
Oh, before
middle school.
Okay, yeah.
He always played up with Max, and we were actually rival like AAU teams and Gold Crown, whatever, basketball. And then we went to the same high school, and then we're on the same team.
Who's better at hoop, you or Christian? He will definitely be watching this.
He was more athletic than me. I can't deny that.
Are you saying he's better than you?
I had a better shot,
and
better handles.
Yeah, of course.
He was stronger, faster, and could jump higher. So
all the stuff that doesn't matter.
No, yeah, that's stuff
who cares?
All right, let's get a little bit into your college career. So obviously, superstar coming out of state of Colorado. Where all were you looking to go? We know at first you ended up at Oklahoma State. Were you looking other places, and why did you choose Oklahoma State?
Yeah, I was so my 3 schools were Oregon, Texas, Oklahoma State, and I was really into all 3. And then Oregon, I just felt at the time wasn't the the right fit, and it was really hard because you look at OSU and Texas and their history and the success they've had. It was hard not to go for them, so I kind of pushed Oregon to the side, and then when it came down to it, I actually was really good friends with Jordan Spieth in high school, and he wanted me, when I did my visit to Texas, he came and did the visit too, and he really wanted me to go there. And I chose, it's funny, our relationship went like this when I chose Oklahoma State and he was at Texas.
Really?
Not in a bad way, but
but
we were close.
Yeah.
And if I went to, Texas, it could, but I went to OSU, and I chose it mainly just, I wanted to be where the best players were, and I wanted to play for which I thought was best coach in Mike McGraw, and that's why I chose there.
So that's the one thing Spieth can't do is recruit successfully.
We did have a lot of fun.
You got to be the only guy that came in here that Spieth showed around and took interest in, and be like, "Oh, we actually want this kid. Why don't you show him the ropes?" And you're like, "Nah."
I don't know if he wants me saying this, but
say it.
And Cody Gribble, the first time I ever drank alcohol was with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, a little smudge on the clean slate of Jordan. Hello.
No,
that
it
just
wasn't
made national
bad.
headlines.
It was clean. It was one beer.
The golden child is not
it
so
was non-alcoholic. It was O'Doul's.
Yeah, whatever that is.
It was O'Doul's. Yeah. So you spent your first 3 years at Oklahoma State, transferred to Oregon. Biggest difference, I mean, culturally, like going from Stillwater to Eugene, got to be a total difference. Like that's got to be a big change, right?
That's like going from Trump to Hillary. It's like
that's
different.
Or from subpar to whatever Max Homa's podcast.
Yeah, that other he who shall not be named podcast. Yeah,
whatever it's called.
Yeah, it was totally different. I mean, I was wearing boots in college and dressing up for games at OSU. Like you got dressed up.
Yeah, they wear like the button-up shirts. And
you look nice. And, and the first game I went to Oregon, first football game, I'm wearing nice like khakis, a button down, and I show up.
People are like,
they're wearing sweats and Nike gear, and I'm like dressed really nice. I go,
they look like they probably slept in a tree the night before, and they're like, who is this kid? Yeah, exactly.
So it was definitely different, but the culture was good. I embraced it, and they embraced me, and I ended up having my best year ever there.
Like, I'm confused about the whole University of Oregon thing. I don't understand. Other than Casey Martin being there, I don't understand the whole powerhouse golf thing. Like, the weather sucks. It's freezing. It rains.
What's the same thing with
Nike,
Oklahoma State?
Eugene Country Club.
Same thing with Oklahoma State. Like,
dude,
why would they be good? It's
weather
the worst weather ever.
Stillwater's weather is terrible.
It's
and it
hotter
blows
than
100.
Hades in summer. Yeah. It blows 100. It's freezing in the winter. Like, you get 20
you get to,
days and where it blows less than 10 miles
You get to play in shorts and a T-shirt at Karsten Creek. That's pretty sick.
Not a couple of years I was
Karsten Creek, Eugene Country Club. Better course. Go.
Eugene.
Ooh, wow.
Which one's harder?
Next question.
Oh, fair enough.
That's two pretty good courses to have your the majority of your college golf played on. Those two right there.
Yeah, one gives you the driver yips, one makes you
forget how to make birdies.
One gives you the driver yips, which is Karsten Creek, and then the other one makes you basically love golf. So
okay,
I know I'm not trying to rip on it.
You should go play Eugene Country Club.
I should. I need that.
Truthfully,
I need to love golf again.
For everyone out there, it's one of my favorite places to play. It's in my top 10. It's like a little bit sentimental, but it's one of my favorite places.
Is Karsten almost like too hard? I've heard guys like from Okie State be like, dude, I forgot how to shoot 68 because I never can shoot it.
Peter
out there.
Uihlein was the #1 junior and amateur and went to Oklahoma State. In his first month there, he literally shooting in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, it's so easy to do.
Coach McGraw said you can't play here anymore. You're only allowed to play at Stillwater.
He got demoted
to Stillwater Country Club. He wouldn't let him play there because it was mental.
It was
100%
shredding
mental.
his confidence.
He couldn't do it, and he didn't play all year. And then finally played at regionals, finished top 10, and then finished top 10 at nationals, and then he went on to be what he is now. But you talk to Ed Lohr, you talk to a lot of guys, and they don't want to go there.
I've heard it because people are like, dude, I don't.
It's
know
an
how
amazing
to shoot
place.
68.
Practice facilities. Everything. It's amazing, but when it blows 30 and it's bowling alley,
it's so hard,
and you re-tee 2 or 3 times. It's like you want to hit 200 off every tee.
Yeah,
I love it. So it's cool. You played in 2 huge conferences, the Big 12 and the Pac-12, and you're player of the year in both.
Are you the only guy to
person
ever do that?
to ever do that? I believe.
I think that's one accolade.
Just
I can
give it a
hold
little
on to.
wipe. Give it a little wipe.
Yeah,
That's
that's
pretty cool.
That's a record that is a tough one to get.
Obviously, you have to transfer in order to do it, but that's pretty.
Yeah. You have to be a layer to transfer.
You gotta be like, I'm failing out. All right, I'm gonna go somewhere where it's easier.
I also went to 5 years of college, so I
no shame in that.
Smarter than
I'd go back for another 5 tomorrow. If they
First off, there's 2 degrees at this table. I don't have one of them.
Colty's the only guy without a little.
I still got like 18 hours left. Yeah.
Are you ever gonna get that done? By the way.
I mean, I got time now. I probably could.
Yeah, you could get that done.
0 chance.
Online classes.
No.
They basically.
If he doesn't, he'll pay somebody.
Yeah,
I'm focused on subpar.
Good,
Okay.
Yeah. Keep your attention.
I can't be doing school and subpar. It's one or the other. So which one do you want me to do?
Good point. Stay locked in. I need you locked in, bro. All right. So you won Big 12 Player of the Year, Pac-12 Player of the Year. Then you turned pro. You got 1 year on the web.com, finished 23rd, graduated to the PGA Tour right away. Was it harder getting your tour card than you thought, or easier than
Finished
you thought?
23rd, really?
I thought you.
No.
Is that right?
He finished 23rd at the web qualifying school.
No, I'm not a big stats guy. You got your tour card.
Finished 16th.
He finished 16th on the money list.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
23rd, 16.
Thank you.
I have to read everything in
Gold
here.
jacket, green jacket. He got his tour card. Harder or easier to get your card than you expected it to be?
Well, you know what's funny is it was hard. But I don't ever want to do it again. So I hope that never happens.
One and done.
I breezed through it, and after I finished it, I said, "Holy crap! I'm glad I'm glad that happened." Because if I had to go do it now, it'd be really
still
hard.
hard, right?
It's still,
as good as you are right now.
Right now, I could be playing good. You go to second stage or third stage, and you just have a couple bad days, and next thing you know, you have a year of no status. So it's a very tough process, and I was really fortunate to play well during each stage, and hopefully I never have to do it again.
I don't think you will.
So I want to know. I'm curious about a lot of your decisions in life. If you haven't
Colt's
noticed,
a curious dude.
Curious. So you started off when you turned professional. You moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
At first. First off, why Vegas?
I'm a degenerate gambler and
It's exactly the answer I'm looking
drugs
for.
and all the things in Vegas. You know.
There's a lot of things that are legal. I won't get into it.
Okay, so where did you?
Why
live
do you
in
think I was late?
Where did you? True. Where did you live in Vegas?
Summerlin.
Okay. Did you like it or no? Obviously, you moved here, so.
I did like it. So to retract, I'm not a degenerate.
You're a degenerate. You just don't do drugs.
Yeah, I don't do drugs.
Edit this part out.
Yeah.
We're gonna say that you're a degenerate.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. This is where 5 years of college takes you. So my swing coach at the time, Jeff Smith, was in Vegas. I didn't know where I wanted to move, so I was like, okay, he's there. Secondly, tax purposes, no state income tax.
Smart.
So I was like, all right, let's use that
That's
degree.
5 years of college.
I could save $10,000. No, I'm just kidding. But I could save some money. So I said, let's just move there. It's easy to travel out of. Whatever. So I moved there, and I signed a 7-month lease, and that turned into 2.5 years. So I liked it more than I thought. But after 2.5 years, I said, you know what? I want to be in Arizona. The weather's a little better. I got great guys like you guys to hang out with.
Yes, exactly. All right, so let's stay on Vegas for a second because I'm a big Vegas fan, as you know. So say you got someone out there listening, never been to Vegas. Tell them some go-to spots. Let's start with restaurants and then maybe some entertainment-wise and best hotel.
Okay, so best restaurants, if you like sushi, I'd go Yellowtail Sushi. One of my other favorites is Carbone, which is in Aria, which is incredible Italian food. And then Javier's, which is also an LA spot. It's great Mexican. Another one of my favorites. A hidden gem for anyone that it's kind of a local spot is at the Mandarin Hotel, which used to be the used to be the Mandarin, now the Waldorf Astoria, right by Aria. There's a sky lobby bar. It's like the 32nd floor. And you go up there, and it's the best view of the Strip that's not in a penthouse. It's awesome, great drinks. So that's a good spot. Then entertainment and hotel. So let's go entertainment first. Absinthe, best show on the Strip.
Okay.
And then clubs. I don't know if you want to go to clubs, you go to.
I've been to one or two.
I'm
You ever been to any of them?
A couple.
Okay.
Hakkasan is good. XS and Marquee are kind of my three.
They're all good. They all got loud music and pretty women.
Once you get into a club, it's the same club as every other club.
Yeah.
It's louder than hell. There's people jammed up. You drink.
Really good deals on alcohol.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, exactly. They got a 50% off retail type of deal. You're 20-something years old. Here you are. You're just getting into your tour car. You're living in Vegas. Is that a hard place to live? Like, you gotta like be like, yo, I need some discipline to not go out there, because that's a place you can get mixed up in quick. I guess it's different if you live there, but you know, was it hard for you to be like, hey, don't be an idiot?
You know what's funny is it's actually it's tougher here because I have more friends here and more relationships and more opportunities to like easy to go out and drink or do this and do that. There, I didn't know many people, so when I came home, I mean, I was really focused. I worked with my trainer. I went to the golf course. I knew. When I first started, I knew like 6 people there. So I'm not going to just go to the strip by myself. I'm not that kind of guy. So I would just practice. And then as I got to know people, maybe one night I would do that. But in the 2.5 years I lived there, I went to a club, I think, 4 times or 3 times.
That's what I tell everybody. Everybody's like, how do people live in Vegas? I'm like, when you live up in Summerlin, like that area, like it's really nice.
It is.
And you're 20, 30 minutes from the strip. Like it's own little city.
It's a pain to actually go down the strip.
Yeah,
There's
they
so
probably
much
hate
traffic.
the strip. It's like 2 different places.
It is.
Strip and everywhere else.
To park, the whole thing, like you take an Uber. I mean, it's a pain. So you don't really go to the strip, and there's like a whole separate life in Vegas outside the strip. And what's funny is I moved here, and I've gone to more clubs and had more fun in Vegas when I moved here.
And you're playing great.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Colt's part of it.
Yes, I am.
Problem.
It is.
So that was my next question. What made you leave Vegas and come here?
2 main things. I switched coaches to Boyd Summerhays and not Sleaze.
And me.
That was like
My life coach is here. Say that.
Yeah.
We need
exactly.
a clip of that.
That you were my 30th option or 30th reason.
So I'm on the list.
You're on the list.
Okay,
You're on the list.
Fair.
So I switched coaches, and then also the weather, Vegas weather during the time that I'm home, November, December, kind of January, is really cold and windy. And I'd come home and I found myself like not practicing or coming to Scottsdale a lot. And I said, all right, well, crap, I come down here and the weather's perfect, so let's just move down here.
Smart.
Brilliant idea.
That's
and
very
I knew
smart.
a bunch more people here, and it's a better,
And now
better lifestyle.
you're taking off, and you're on the Subpar podcast. What could be better in life?
I couldn't do this in Vegas.
Exactly.
I'd be at a club right now.
You got to join.
You'd be getting drunk and being an idiot.
You got to join a great place like Whisper Rock.
Yep, great spot.
Don't pick on any of my pigeons, by the way. They're
haven't
mine.
yet. I
I
haven't
know.
yet.
Stay away. I'm not letting
That's
them.
what we need is another tour star
know.
at Whisper.
All
Oh
these-
my God! Did
impossible
you guys
to beat.
hear? You guys heard what happened yesterday, right?
What?
With DP.
No, but I like that you whisper into the microphone.
Yeah, like we can all hear. We're all listening.
Guys, don't tell anyone.
For the
this.
record, DP's David Porter. He's
David
one of the
Porter.
greatest humans on
Okay,
the
yeah.
planet.
Am I allowed to say this? It was a bad beat.
You can say whatever you
Literally
want.
bad beat. So what
I don't
is-
even know what happens. Of course,
Me
you're allowed
neither.
to
I
say.
wanna
You guys
hear
haven't heard
now.
this? Okay,
No, now I'm
upper
interested.
course, hole 10 or 11. Is that the par 3?
11.
11.
par 3.
Yeah.
Back pin. Okay.
Okay.
Hits it over the green. We're partners. We're playing 2 other guys. We're smashing them. It wasn't even a contest. Of
course.
So he goes, hey, Wyndham, I'm bored with our game going on. You want any action on this up and down? I mean, it's up the hill.
Long's no good.
Long's
there.
no good there. Yeah.
Literally impossible. To a back pin. And I said, all right, I'll give you $100, 5-1 odds. He goes, I like the odds, but I don't like the denomination.
Yeah. Okay. I know this
So
is
I
going.
said, all right. He goes, all right, 200, 5-1.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, a tour pro, as you guys know, it's probably 4 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10 times a tour pro gets up and down. He's a 13 handicap. 14
Generous,
handicap.
yeah.
From the rough. Mm-hmm. And he goes 200, 5-1. And I said, all right, deal. Takes a putter.
Putter.
Out of the rough.
I knew it.
3 feet, 4 feet.
I thought you were gonna say he made it.
No, made it. Oh my God! I mean, if we did those odds, but
Yeah.
he hits it to 3-4 feet, makes the putt.
Quick
quick
G-bird for
quick
you.
G-bird, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
See, hear him now. How about that, cuz?
Yeah.
Comes up all
Yep.
pumped. I mean, oh
I
my
can't
God.
wait to ask him about
I like
it.
that the 2 partners are betting against each
Yep.
other. You know,
Yeah.
1,000. You're going to beat your other team out of 200, but here's your 1,000.
We're
I
beating
lost
y'all
800.
so bad, we're gonna start gambling with
Yeah,
each other
you guys
because
are
this is just
we're
unfair.
bored with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like,
All right. Speaking of money, this is a great next lead.
Okay, good.
Rookie year, obviously very successful. Made over $1.6 million on the PGA Tour.
hello. We love to talk about people's money.
We
on
did.
Here. We air it. We will
great.
get into
No, I mean it's
everything.
public knowledge.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Let's
I
talk
wanna-
about your money, Sleaze.
What money?
Where do you want to start? I got my net worth in my pocket right now.
I want to know what was your biggest purchase? Because obviously, I mean, you had a successful Corn Ferry run, but that ain't real money compared to what you're making now.
No,
Give me your biggest purchase. Or
Yeah,
your
it's-
maybe your favorite
Yeah,
purchase.
maybe your dumbest purchase.
no, it's all embarrassing. So
Okay, good.
I sign with PXG, which is one of my sponsors, and then I get onto the web.com and have a good year, and I made $200,000 on the web.com, and my biggest purchase was a TrackMan,
Okay.
$17,000, and I'm
That's a write-off.
That's a write-off.
Your accountant should tell you
Yeah,
that.
it is.
See,
And then
if you would have came to me, I'd have taught you something about this. When you have a bunch of rich friends that have TrackMans, you just borrow theirs whenever you need it.
no, yeah,
Never
that's
bought
true.
one.
Yeah. Well,
Just let you know.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have. But
Yeah, anyway,
so
go
I
on.
still have it, and I use it like every once in a while. And so that was my biggest purchase. And then I got on the PGA Tour. My biggest purchase is my home. I bought a home here. Other than that, probably paying off gambling debts, from Vegas.
That'll happen.
From David Porter.
God, you're very responsible.
I am. I really don't.
Fiscally very responsible. We had just had Kiradek off of Barnrat on the show, and he's like, "Oh, I make $1 million. I spend $1 million the next." He has 12 Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
See, I'm
and
not.
All this stuff.
I want to be that guy, but I'm just not.
That's what I said to him. I was like, "You're the guy everyone wants to be, but no one has the balls to be."
Kiradek made $20,000 and bought a $150,000 car.
Yeah, dude, this guy's not. He does not have a money manager at all.
He's unbelievable.
Does he understand the?
No.
He's never heard of
numbers.
Merrill Lynch. No, he's like. I asked. I was like, "Yo, if you make $1 million, do you go spend $1 million?" And he was like, "Yeah, just straight. Like, what do you mean?"
The best part was he made the 20, bought a $150,000 car, and his mom's like, "You have 2 months to make this
pay it off.
150, or you have to give it back." He goes, "I play better under pressure." Immediately he's like, "All right, perfect. Give us each $1 million, and then go play. We'll put you under some pressure."
He was just like, "Yeah, I just wanted my back against the wall, so
Yeah.
I knew I was in trouble." He's like, "I played every week and I paid it off." I was like,
He does play.
"That's balls.
He's the best.
That
He
is
is.
balls."
Next to you,
You
obviously.
guys love him. Too.
No, I
He
love
is-
him a lot. You're 2, Kiradek's 1, even though you are my
Oh my God.
son.
You met the guy
basically.
one time.
Yeah, but we hit it off, dude. You'll see when this.
We hit it.
We
off,
hit it.
though.
It was electric in this.
What was
in this
happening under
studio.
this table? Or
Don't
after?
worry about anything. Don't ask stupid questions. We'll do the question asking in this podcast. Okay. Let's get into your PGA Tour career. Your year and change in, right?
Yeah.
You had a great rookie year. Starting off this year very well. Number of top 20s. Rank.
One top 10.
One top 10.
Yeah.
I told you I'm
CJ
not a stat
Cup,
guy.
bud.
I just know it's been good, dude. Whatever.
I know
Just
everything.
get over yourself. I'm
know
not supposed
everything.
to memorize all your stats, okay? I have other stuff going on. Rank your time on the PGA Tour right now. Have you exceeded expectations, not lived up to expectations? Do you want to play better, worse? How do you feel like you've done in your own mind?
Definitely not exceeded. Now, I haven't lived up to my expectations, my own expectations, or even, I think, other people's. But if I can remove my own expectations and look at it, it's been a good start. And I'm definitely going through a longer process than I wanted. I thought I'd be winning tournaments by now and be
It's
top,
aggressive.
top
Right out
50.
the gate, you've been on the tour for 18 months. You know what I mean?
I
But you
know.
wanted to be win. That's cool.
But,
I mean, that's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
And so, it's going to take a little longer than I thought, but I think 2-3 years from now, with going the route that I'm going at, I think it makes you into a better player, and I think I'm close to really having some good golf come my way and have some good finishes. So.
Do you need to improve mentally or technically, or both?
I think it's funny. So my coach Boyd and I, we both were talking about it. It's so funny you said that. Every time that something goes on, it's 100% technical, 100% mental. So, coming down the stretch and some things go sideways, that's 100% mental, 100% technical. I mean, you start hitting it left and right. Yeah, that's some mental, but there's obviously some reasons that's happening. So I think it's both. I'd say maybe at this point now where my game is at, it's now improving my mental game, handling Saturdays and Sundays, being in contention. So yeah, I just got to work on that part.
I mean, for the people out there, I mean, your body feels different Saturday and Sunday when you're in contention. It just does. I mean, it's hard to explain. Like you feel so comfortable Thursday, Friday. I mean, you shot 61 this year on Thursday at Phoenix Open, and then you struggled on the weekend a little bit. I mean, it's crazy. It's like people are like, why can't you just do that? And I'm like, I'm telling you, it feels so different.
It is,
and it's hard to explain. I don't think you can.
I can explain it. Let me tell you about the times. What I did was just have a couple
back
tops
when I was
before-
15
Yeah.
in high school.
When I was setting all those records in Colorado.
But is it one of those things where we're like, you have the lead at Phoenix, you go out on Saturday, is it okay? I don't want to mess up. Is that kind of the deal, or is it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, obviously, I don't have the mindset. Hey, don't go there and mess up. Like, I've won tournaments before and I've been in contention in other tournaments. But what's hard about the tour is, I mean, winning changes your life.
Yes, big time.
I mean, it's $1 million plus. You get into, the Masters. You get into, I mean, it just changes your life. And so that's the thing that people don't understand is, I mean, you get up there and you're just a little bit tighter. You're a little bit shorter with your swing. And it's not really that anything changes, but you can just feel physically in your mind. You're like, hey, it's the same day as yesterday or any other tournament. But it's something you have to jump over. And I've actually asked a lot of veterans out on tour. I played practice rounds with them. I'm like, hey, what do you guys do on Saturday, Sunday? What do you do when you're in contention? And I've gotten some good feedback, and I'm just learning. I mean, some guys win first time in contention, and some guys it takes 15 times. And
I say that.
What do those veterans say? Like, I mean, for me, you know, thinking like same way, like it's almost impossible, I would think, not to think like, okay, if I win this event, this is what changes. Like, it's so hard not to look forward with the what if scenarios, right? Like, what do they tell you to do? I mean, it's one of those things so easy to say, like, oh, one shot at a time, trust the process, and all the crap that everybody says after. But like in reality, actually doing that is a totally different ballgame.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. A lot of guys, it's not as cliche as that. A few guys have told me, some guys are like, hey, they go, how old are you? I go, 26. And they said, all right, how many times have you been in contention? I'm like, well, realistically, probably 6 or 7 times. They go, yeah. Well, it took me 20 times in contention to finally win. So some of them is perspective. And then one guy gave me great advice. It was actually Double D, David Duvall. He told me, he said, hey, it's amazing what happens if you try to hit every fairway and every green, doesn't matter where it is, and then you add them up at the end and you realize you shoot 1, 2, 3 under, and he goes 2 under, 3 under on a weekend never hurts you. I mean, on tour it never hurts you. And he goes, too often you think, okay, I got to go out there and win this thing and make 7, 8 birdies, shoot 5 under. He goes, if you on Saturday you hit, let's just say you hit 18 greens, middle of the green every day, and you shot 2 under, you would barely lose a spot. And then on Sunday, the same thing. He goes, that's what happened on one of his first wins. He said he went out there and he goes, all I'm going to do, regardless if it's a wedge or whatever, I'm going to hit the green, center of the green, and go from there. And he said he got hot with the putter. Next thing you know, he won on like the last hole. And
like, don't beat yourself, basically. Make other guys come get you.
Exactly. And he
says everyone's nervous. I mean, everyone's feeling
no
the
one's
pressure.
immune to that. I don't care who you are. I think the first one is probably the hard. You know, I think you get over the hump and it becomes like, all right, I'm already a tour winner. Now let's go get another one. But the first one, it's like, the first time you do anything is the hardest, right?
Well, and I've really noticed it's hard because you see guys out there, you know, you hear roars, you see guys making putts. You're like, oh, man, this guy's 6 under. And, you know, now he's 1 shot off the lead and he came from, you know, 30th place to now 2nd place. And you think the course is gettable. And you just get caught up in all that stuff when in reality it's not. So like last week in Riviera, it was really hard because Saturday, the guys in my group, Adam Scott and who's the other guy I played with, Sung Kang, like they were making all these putts. And I'm like, you know, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm 1 over.
Everybody's making putts.
And these guys are 2, 3 under, and now I'm getting lapped. Well, it all came full circle other than Adam. He kept playing well. But like, you know, Sung Kang came back. Everyone started coming back. And that's the thing, you just get caught up in the moment. And so that's really I've learned a lot, and I'm hoping I continue to get in that position.
But it's true. Like, you got to be patient because people always come out and they see Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth go have these huge careers, and I was like, you know, that's not the norm.
No.
I mean, you don't come out of college and start winning. I mean, you look at guys like Matt Kuchar, who's won how many ever times, won $40 million. He struggled. He didn't get comfortable out on the PGA Tour until he was 30 years old and then started winning.
Well, Steve Stricker. I mean,
it's different. Everyone matures at different ages. Like, I mean, for me, I kind of thought I'd come out same as you and just start winning. I mean, I was winning everything.
That's what you've done your whole life. Like, I'll just keep doing it.
And you get slapped around a little bit, which luckily, I mean, you did amazing. First off, I think a rookie keeping their card is a huge accomplishment. Yeah. You know, they don't know the places. They don't know the golf courses. It's first time playing in front of this many people for this much money. It's a different animal.
It's definitely underrated. No one really talks about it.
So to finish in the top 70 on the FedEx like you did, I mean, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah. It's tough out there. I mean, Steve's actually one of the guys I talked to, Stricker, and he was one that was like, hey, it took me forever to get used to it. And that's what's hard about golf is you see like guys, my peers that are 24, 28, and they've won 2 or 3 times already, and it's like, gosh, I should be doing that. But, you know, everyone just has their own process, and it takes longer. And
so we're talking about kind of like the mental, you know, how hard it is when you're in contention and getting that first one done and how everything changes in your body. I want to talk about more like the technical stuff. So last year, I think, you know, from a physical standpoint, you are like the prototype new era golfer, right? You mash it off the tee. You're one of the longest guys on the PGA Tour. I think you were the only guy on the PGA Tour last year. Fact check me here because I've been a little bit off here early, but you were top 10 in driving distance, top 10 in strokes gained putting last year. The only guy in the top 10 in both categories, right? Which are arguably the 2 most important things if you're talking about modern golf. I want to hit bombs, I want to putt well. Yeah. So those are your strengths, I would say, right? That's pretty fair to say. Look, from an actual like not mental standpoint, but technical standpoint, what part of your game needs to get better? What do you think you got to improve on the most to match up with the way you drive it and putt it?
Well, now if you would have asked me 5 months, 6 months ago, I would have said my iron game. Really, I would have said my iron game. So I was great in driving and I was great in putting, and my short game I think is really good too. But my iron game was like 170th, which is not good. This year it's kind of flip flop a little bit. My iron game is great. I'm still driving it great. My putting hasn't been as good as it was last year, and either was my short game. But that's what I put all my work in. At this point in my game, I still think I got to get a little bit better with my irons, and then I really got to get better just handling the pressure. I got to work on my mental game. I mean,
part technical.
This
part
is actually
mental.
kind of the fun part in golf. I think when you have to change something technically, that sucks. I mean, when you have to work on, getting in this position, doing this, doing that, like that's awful. But when you start getting into like, hey, we need to be a little bit better on Saturdays or find our way to get grooved and get comfortable in contention, like that's fun, because then when you find that groove, then you're going to start really winning. But also that means you're in contention, and it's just more fun. So, and
the technical work's been done. Like,
yes,
I know my action is right. I know all that stuff lines up. It's just I got to get my mind to where it's like it repeats on Saturday, Sunday the same way it was on Thursday, Friday.
I totally thought you were going another way with that when you said this is the fun part. I thought you were going to be talking with.
Oh no, this is the fun part.
I thought that was the fun part.
No, this is the fun part. And
but
speaking of the
about
fun,
something hitting golf balls.
Speaking of the fun part, we're doing a lot of serious golf talk right now, which is good. People need to see this. But I want to talk about this right now. You recently played a few weeks ago in the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, where you were paired with Chris Harrison, who is the host of The Bachelor, right?
And
Bachelorette, yeah, right.
Gotta give them both out there, bud.
He is the man. Can you speak on the rumors and if they're true as to if you are the next Bachelor? Because that is circulating right now. How do you know? I don't know if you stay on social media, but there's a lot of chatter that Dub is the next Bachelor.
You know, it's funny. The first
I will watch.
I'm tuned in.
If I was the next Bachelor, I would not watch. I could not watch myself.
You're not a Bachelor prospect. Is that what you're saying? You're squashing.
No, what I'm saying is if I was on it.
Oh, if you had to watch yourself.
I mean, you would do a lot of things watching, yourself.
Of course,
I could not watch myself.
I would TiVo the hell out of myself.
Would you do it if Chris Harrison called?
Yeah, that's a good question, Colt. Good question. Dub, you got to take 3 months off the PGA Tour next year.
You're thinking about this right now.
3 months off the PGA Tour. You're the next Bachelor. We want you. What do you do?
Honestly, I think I would do it.
Hell yes,
of course, you freaking. Are you out of your mind, bro?
You got 30 smoke shows fighting for your love.
You're gonna. By the way, you take 3 months off. You come back, couple top tens, bam, card again. It's no problem. By the way, you got 30 babes vying for a shot at the Dub stack. You know what I mean?
No, I really.
I changed it.
It's funny. He actually asked me. So last year we played together too, and we were at the what's that bar right there?
Why do you think I know?
Well, I don't know. You go
ask me, dude.
No, yeah, at Pebble. What's the
lounge,
tap
room? Yeah.
So we're at the tap room and everyone's drinking, kind of having fun, and they brought at the table. They brought that up. Wyndham, you're single. You should be on the whatever. And he goes,
my God.
He goes, oh, that'd be perfect. We start off in Ireland and we go to these golf courses. Then we'd go over to this and this. And he went through this whole thing, and I'm like, are you being serious right now? And he's like, well,
where's your agent on this?
Why not? Well.
Okay, keep going. Sorry, keep going.
I guess there's like criteria. You kind of have to be on the show prior to be a Bachelor, and that's what.
Not for you, dude.
So then that's what I said. I said, hey, you want a current athlete? Let's do this. And so we'll see.
So you're not squashing the rumor that it is entirely possible that you could be the next. Would you be a good Bachelor? Do you think?
I'd be an incredible one.
Would you call in me and the sleaze?
Yeah, they always have their friends come in and like do the stealth behind the scenes. Like, yo, I don't think she's here for the right reasons. We would be those guys.
You have to agree that we get to come on the show if you're the Bachelor.
Fact.
If you don't do this,
we'll bring. And when it comes down to the final, whatever, we'll bring them in here. And if they can handle you guys, we'll interview. We'll do.
Yeah, we will squeeze out the trash quick. Yeah, trust me on that. And you get to walk around with your shirt off a lot, which I know you're a big fan of. You know what I mean? Like that, you would be a perfect Bachelor, dude.
I'm a pants off kind of guy.
Yeah, pants off is hot too, dude. The things are going a little bit risque on the Bachelor right now. I think you'd be an ideal Bachelor. Dude. If that's on the table and you don't take it, you're in it. Everything I've taught you.
So let's continue with this Bachelor thing. So you're on the Bachelor, and
I like this.
I've seen some. I don't really watch the show. I'll be honest.
Don't be one of those guys that says they don't watch.
I've seen episodes. I'll be honest, but they always have like, when they go on their dates, they have like a musical act that comes out.
Oh, there's so much dancing one-on-one. That's a huge problem.
And Wyndham's a huge country music fan.
Oh, yeah.
So if you could have anyone come on the show and sing to you and the date you're with, who would it be?
Oh, wow.
Which they would ask you that.
They would.
You could have anything.
Any country music star in the world.
I mean, Well, do they do that in like a romantic setting? Or
Of course, everything's romantic. It's a Bachelor, dude. It's not going to be a...
You're finding love.
This ain't a frat house.
Well, then that's
it's a
easy.
Bachelor.
I would do George Strait. That's my boy.
Perfect answer.
We knew it.
Okay. Have you been to one of his concerts?
Yeah, I've been to a lot of them.
Is he your favorite of all time concert?
Yeah.
Favorite song?
Amarillo by Morning.
Okay. Well,
I listen to it while I'm like.
Well, that's great news.
That's great news because
that's great news.
I don't know if you've seen prior episodes of Subpar, but
which of course you've seen.
Our guests sing on this.
Oh no,
No, dude, this is good
towards
for
the
your
end
brand.
of the show, Amarillo by Morning by Wyndham Clark is gonna happen.
This is gonna be a top 10 on iTunes, dude.
At least Rom could rap. Like you could sound terrible in rap.
Más o menos,
just read.
more or less. He was basically reading.
Yeah,
the
that's
lyrics.
great. I'm gonna have to like bust out my.
Yeah, which you'll do, and it'll be great. We might get to that at the end of the thing, at the end of the
King
podcast.
George, he's gonna be so happy to hear this.
He's gonna be thrilled.
Can I switch to what I like? Can I go to like rap? Or...
No.
Can I go to EDM? Can I just beatbox?
No, we're on country music.
No. You're invested. That's why we set you up. That's an old journalist tactic right there. You walked into our trap.
Yeah, I'm a huge country music guy as well, as you know. Give me a couple of your other favorite country music artists.
Well, let's see. I like Eric Church. I really love Kenny Chesney. Let's see who else. Newer guys. I'm trying to think. Who's a new guy? Like?
Jake Owen.
Luke Combs.
Well, I know you like.
No,
Luke Combs.
Hunter
100%.
Hayes,
Luke Combs.
Walker Hayes.
Yeah,
There's a Hayes in there.
There's
somewhere.
a bunch of different Hayes.
Hunter Hayes.
Yeah. No, I like Luke Combs. I think he's the best new
He's
guy.
unbelievable.
Because he kind of has that like old time feel, but it's still
He's actually country music. It's
Yeah,
not like poppy
That's
and
the
all that.
Stillwater coming out right here. You go to Oregon, you gravitate towards some different stuff. But we're talking about your Bachelor prospects, which you did not squash the rumor at all. There's a chance you could be the next Bachelor.
I didn't say no or yes.
But so Bachelor's a lot of work, dude. There's 30 chicks. You got to be nice to all
That's
of them.
hard to deal with.
It's like
that's
Sleazy's
like having
Tuesday in college.
30 girlfriends, dude. Trust me, from a guy that's dated 30 chicks at the same time, it's not as great as it sounds. Okay?
Does your wife know about that?
Nah, don't worry about her, dude. It doesn't matter. She knows what she was getting into. But I just feel like Tinder would be way easier. So I don't know if you're on Tinder, but right now, seeing as you are single and you're a potential Bachelor candidate, we're gonna set you up with some chicks right now. There's a lot. We have a huge female following.
Oh, in the back?
We have a massive female following, so we want to set up a Tinder profile right now for Dub. I don't know if you're on Tinder. Maybe you're on a little stealth.
No,
account.
I heard there's a new thing.
No,
What's that?
He's big time now. He's got a couple top 20s on tour, so he's on that Raya, whatever it is.
Oh,
for
what
the
is that? Is that like a celebrity?
It's a celebrity thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no,
Do you
that's
qualify for that? Are you big enough to be that?
Yeah.
Screw Tinder. We're Tinder. You're dead to us. We're going on to this. What is it? Raya?
Raya.
Raya?
that's
What
not
is it? You've heard of it. You know what it is.
I
dude.
do know what it is.
Okay, so talk to us about this. What is it? It's for it's celebs hook up with other celebs, or
It's
regular
super hot
people
girls.
hook up with celebs.
The guys have to be.
How does it work?
Celebrities
I don't know
are
this.
wealthy.
Yeah.
You have to be like approved and everything.
Yeah, you have to-
It's like getting a blue check on
it's
Twitter.
basically you
or
have
something
to
like
have that blue check mark to do.
And if you got one of those, then you qualify
you're
for
dialed.
this. Right?
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
good.
so let's create your. Are you on it?
I'm not on it.
All right, so you're about to be on it. We're gonna set you up on it right now. Wyndham Clark, millionaire PGA Tour player, greatest player of all time, pupil of Drew Stoltz, aka the Sleaze. That's gonna get you a lot of hits.
Yeah, it will.
Let's set up your profile right now. Interest. I am Wyndham. I like to play golf. I'm looking for a chick that is interested in blah. What? Go.
In blah.
Blah.
Gosh.
Describe your perfect woman, basically.
Perfect woman.
Yeah.
All right.
Or just
Well,
interest. This is their
interest?
interest. It's gonna be like traveling and all that trash.
Yeah,
that everyone
I
says.
don't wanna
I like
do that.
puppies.
No, I don't
But
want.
what do you want?
I like a girl that can hang out with the guys.
Oh, a fella.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, not Stella.
No.
You just want one of the guys. You know what
No,
I mean?
I want a girl that if I want to go watch a game, she's gonna come with.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want her to have a beer and not be like, I want to watch my figure. Like I want a girl that's gonna be like,
Yeah, she can
give me
shotgun a couple beers after a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I'm like,
That's respectable.
Yeah.
There's celebs
blonde
out
or
there.
brunette?
Oh,
I don't have taste.
Okay, so redheads. Call Wyndham.
Okay. All right. Biggest turn offs. We're gonna. Dude, by the way, there's a million chicks. This is massive, dude. There's a million chicks watching right now. So be careful what you say because they're all coming at you.
I know. I gotta keep it
All
generic.
right. Turn offs.
Turn
first.
offs.
Then we're gonna go to the opposite side.
Turn offs. Gosh, what are turn offs?
So prissy chick. You like a chick that gets shotgun beers. You like a.
Yeah,
You don't like a chick
prissy.
that's too high
Oh,
maintenance.
you know what? So I'm a foodie. Something
Okay.
most people don't know. I love good food. My sister kind of brought that into my life. She's a foodie. Mm-hmm. If a girl is picky, oof, I can't.
Overly picky, like high maintenance.
If they don't try something they never had and say they don't like it, I mean, I might as well just walk out.
That's
of
perfect.
the room.
All right, all you high maintenance chicks with food, you're out.
Yeah.
Dismissed.
Out.
You're eliminated. You did not get a rose.
If you've tried
You did
sushi
not get
and
a
say
rose.
you don't like it,
yeah,
Well done.
I'm going into Bachelor
Well done.
mode right now. All right, you didn't
Yeah.
get a rose. All right, turn offs, turn ons.
Turn-ons.
What is Dub attracted to in a bird?
in a
In a woman?
Sorry, that's a female, not
yeah.
a bird.
Woman.
We're politically correct
don't
on
be
this
so
show.
derogatory.
Yeah. Keep going. You're doing great.
Yeah, thank you. God, I'm trying to
The
think.
field
of
is getting
turn-on.
narrowed, and we're going to set you up with the perfect woman.
The perfect
at
one?
the end of this on Rhea.
Do you know any?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I'm out of the game, bro.
God,
My
you're
jersey's
putting
in
me
the
on
rafters.
the spot here.
Yeah, turn-ons. What do you like in a chick?
He said a girl that can hang with the
Yeah,
guys.
a girl that can hang with the guys. That's kind of a turn on.
That's the one?
Yeah, I mean that's not the one, but that's one of them. There's a lot of them.
Do they need to have an interest in golf?
No, actually, no.
Do you prefer that they don't know anything about golf?
Yeah, that's actually probably better.
I've always preferred that as
I
well.
preferred that.
Yeah.
When
You
I
know
used
what?
to come home and be like, hey, how'd you play today? Be like, shot 78, leading by 5, but you're the best.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, gonna win again. They thought I won every week, dude. It's one again, no big deal.
One turn on, like if a girl, even if she doesn't know about it, like wants to genuinely learn and care about it, like that's kind of, I mean, she cares.
You would like
about,
that, yeah.
Yeah, she cares about it. But I mean,
I still want to go play golf with you.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
not like, hey, I'll give you one aside. Let's go tee it up.
Yeah.
Have you ever dated a golf chick?
Yeah,
Oh, hello.
yeah.
How's that? Do you want to name a name? You don't have to name a name.
Yeah, she'd be fine with it.
Okay.
Alexandra O'Loughlin, she's on the Golf Channel.
Yeah, she's a big time. She's coming up. In
She
the
was my
world.
first girlfriend.
No kidding.
Wow.
14 years old.
What'd you do to her, dude? You broke her heart.
Let's not get into that. But
How did?
but we played golf together.
What
many
went
times.
wrong? And you're no kidding, dude. I'm kidding.
This is where I rate him in.
All right, sorry. We're
Because
good.
I really hope she
This
doesn't
is what
see
people
this.
want to know, dude.
Oh, she's
about,
gonna see it.
about the dub.
She's a big
I'm
fan
sorry,
of my
Alex.
show.
You're a great girl.
Yeah, someone's
You're
gonna
doing
be
awesome.
someone's gonna be very lucky.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be very lucky.
All right, let's get into a few of your other interests. I know you're a huge sports fan.
Yep.
Favorite sports team?
Favorite?
Yeah.
Oof, that's actually a tough question because I love the St. Louis Cardinals and the Colorado Avalanche. Two
Okay,
favorite
Why the
teams.
St. Louis Cardinals? I thought you were gonna say Broncos for sure.
I do love the ponies, but family. It's a long story, but basically, I have really close friends and family that introduced me to the Cardinals. And when I was younger, he would take me to Cardinals games at Rocky Stadium, and that's when Mark McGuire was coming up, and he hit a home run when I was like 6 years old, and I was like, "This guy's amazing."
This is the coolest
Okay,
thing.
well, that has nothing to do with what I was leading into. I was hoping you would say Colorado Avalanche.
No, the
Avs are
Avalanche.
he's a
Avalanche.
huge
Avalanche is
perfect.
fan.
Avalanche, yeah.
Because I got a few Colorado Avalanche trivia questions just to see how diehard of a fan Wyndham Clark actually
How hard
is.
are they?
Test your knowledge.
Some are pretty easy. I
2000.
think.
You know, if you're a real
96.
fan, you'll know them.
Okay, that was my first question. How many Stanley Cups have they won?
Two as the Colorado Avalanche. 96 and 2001.
Where did they come from before?
Quebec, Nordiques.
Okay, what is a Nordique?
Ooh, hello.
Well, Nord.
Do you want to phone a friend?
Norditech. I actually have
Don't
no idea.
call me.
I don't either. I've Googled the shit out of this thing. I can't
What-
find out
what-
what a Nordique
what-
is.
what is a Nordique?
It's like a citizen of Quebec.
That's a
apparently, or
made-up
something.
Canadian
Yeah.
word.
Hey, I'm doing good so far.
Yeah, no.
You are doing good. Favorite Avalanche of all time? That's not a trivia question.
Well, Peter Forsberg. Fopa.
Okay.
That's his name. He's the best.
Most points in team history.
Most points?
Yep.
I think I know if you don't.
Joe Sakic.
Okay, good guess. I was about to say,
Thank
it's
you.
embarrassing if
Yeah,
you didn't know
that'd
that.
be
Well, but
Best Broncos quarterback ever. Quick.
Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
All right. Patrick Waugh, greatest goalie, obviously, for the Avalanche ever.
100%.
How many shutouts did he have for the Avs?
Ooh, God.
That's
If
like
you're-
asking.
Okay, hold on. Here's the deal. You have to get within 5.
5? Okay.
No, that's impossible. If you know this, you're too invested in the
Yeah, well,
Avalanche.
they weren't. The first few were layup.
Yeah, you're doing a good job, Colt. I like this line of questions. Patrick-
64.
37. Not even
Oh, I
close.
was
He
within-
Wow,
overestimated
Patrick, he
those,
loved
so
you.
that's good.
God.
Yeah.
Most penalty minutes in team history.
Ooh, actually, I think I do.
Please
know
tell me.
this.
If you know this, this is incredible.
No. Gosh dang.
Dub
I actually know
follows
this.
the Avs
I know.
heavy, so
I actually do
I
know
wouldn't be
this
shocked.
because I saw the stat one time and I laughed. Penalty minutes. I mean, I don't even know. I want to
think
go
of the
with,
old
like,
enforcers.
Well, I'll tell you how many minutes it is. It's 1,562, if that helps you
That's
at
like
all.
2 years of minutes.
Yeah, it's a lot of
God, it
minutes.
has to be a guy that played there a long time.
Yeah.
I want to say a guy like, I don't even know, like Dan Highnote or something. But
Oh, fuck. You start with the D. Oh, sorry.
Oh, edit that.
Dale Hunter.
Dale. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know
You're
it's a
close.
good guess, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Danny
good
Highnote.
guess.
I
I
thought
like
'cause
it.
he's kind of
Dub's a
bruiser.
legit
By the
real
way,
fan.
I can't believe you didn't choose McKinnon over Forsberg.
I was about to say, you got a little man crush. If he comes on, oh, here's a good question. Who's your boy that you love on the Avs? What's his name?
Not love. We're just friends.
You're very good buddies with?
Nathan McKinnon.
All right. If Nathan McKinnon came on The Bachelor and you were The Bachelor, do you think you have a pretty good chance of winning?
Wait. If he came on?
Yeah, if he was one of the options you give a rose to, you think you'd have a good chance of winning?
100%. I mean,
yeah,
he and I mean, come on. You choose a
All
bro
right.
before.
Of course. You just said that you want a chick that can hang with the fellas. That's a dude right there. He'll cross-check you if you want.
That's awesome. Well, that was all. You're a good fan.
I do know. I got a question.
You talked to my little brother, and he knows him even better than me.
I'll ask you another sports question since we're in sports questions. You're big. We obviously talked about your boy Christian and Max McCaffery. And you're a big Denver Broncos fan, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. The Carolina Panthers match up with the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah.
Who you pulling for?
Easy question. Broncos.
Okay.
But I want Christian to have 400 yards, 5 touchdowns.
5
Broncos
tubs,
win.
and we win 56 to 54.
And Denver wins by a point.
Everyone, it's the greatest individual
McCaffrey, the
effort
first
ever.
MVP on a losing team ever in the history of the Super Bowl.
100%.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I root for my boy,
PR
but
trained.
he's on the wrong team. So
This kid is PR trained. He's savvy.
Yeah.
That's why they want him on The Bachelor.
The goal is to get him to Denver. That's the goal.
I was gonna say, how good is that even?
I don't even.
You got pull in Denver, dude.
Yeah.
He ain't leaving Carolina.
I'll make a couple calls.
He's got Joe Brady.
I'll call
running the
John.
offense
You want me
now.
to call John? Dump the whole defense.
You and
Get
John
Christian.
and yeah,
exactly.
call him.
All right, that's good. Colty, should we get into
time for the emergency?
We end with
9.
a little segment called Emergency 9. It's just 9 questions. They're harmless. There ain't nothing.
With me, it's not gonna be harmless.
It's not rapid fire, so just take your time, think about it. But it's just a set of 9 questions. Colt Fire start us off.
All right, we start off. We have a few of them are always the same each week with our guests, just to get to know, Dub.
Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time.
Ooh, there's a lot of good ones. I'd probably say Braveheart.
Good one. Good
Or
choice.
Gladiator. They're tied close.
Oh, Gladiator.
Yeah.
All right, good. Now you're talking my language. All right. Movie being made about the life of Wyndham Clark. You get to pick who plays you. Who is it? Boom. Go.
Oh, jeez. Who plays me?
Yeah. You get to pick who plays you in a movie about your life.
Oh, yeah. Probably Brad Pitt. I mean,
Nah,
we have a lot in
freaking
common.
This guy, dude.
I mean, God,
Yeah,
love
this is
yourself more.
That's the most generic answer, you lair. I would say, Colt, who do you think plays him?
Oh, man.
Look at him. Look him in the eye when you talk to him.
I don't like to say these nice things
No,
about
don't.
people.
Well,
Ryan
say
Gosling.
It. No, say it.
That's, decent.
It's
Well, I was
actually
gonna say,
sad that Gosling
I was
is a
gonna say
legit.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not funny enough to be Ryan Reynolds. Gosling is a real answer.
Looks okay. Gosling.
Gosling, I think, is real, and that's the nicest thing anyone's ever
Who would
going to
you
say.
I mean,
I would say
God,
McLovin.
That's not even his name.
Whatever that kid's name is from McLovin movie, dude.
Yeah, because we look solely the same.
You're an organ donor.
He's
you're
foreign.
from Hawaii.
Hey, I think I am an organ donor.
I'll tee Sleaze up just because he loves this. Who would play Sleaze?
Oh, yeah,
Because
go.
he thinks
Mine's
everyone should know
dude,
this.
You'll get it. Just say what comes to your mind. You'll get it.
What comes to my mind? God, I got to think about this.
I'll let you know. Gary Woodland said Steve Carell, which I thought was really funny.
I would
he goes,
take
"Who's the guy
Steve
from 40 Year Old
Carell
Virgin?"
in a heartbeat. I love
No,
Steve
no,
Carell.
I got a better one.
Okay.
Wait, just give me a second.
Look at me.
I'm trying to think of a huge dome, little body.
Mhm. Like a bobblehead,
bobblehead.
type of a
I'm
I'm
figure.
thinking of a bobblehead
Yeah.
that's real life.
Mm-hmm. Think on it.
Come back to that.
Okay, we'll come back.
It'll come to you at some point.
Yeah, it's an obvious answer. When you hear it, you're gonna know that it's
All
the
right.
answer.
Yeah.
Colt, go.
Celebrity crush. We've already got to know what kind of women you like.
I
but-
mean, it's easy. J-Lo.
Oh, y'all
You
have
think
that in
she's
common.
on she's dating freaking Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, she's had a
Heels-
lot.
dude,
She-
Heels,
hey, she's
Alex
had a
is
lot
done,
of.
dude. His ship has sailed.
She's had a lot of.
You're
things.
just coming up on the horizon.
Yeah.
She'll move to you.
You're
No
only
sweat.
about 498 million behind.
By the way,
Hey, money's not
love
everything.
is hey, it ain't all about money.
It's not
dog.
all
You know what
about
I mean?
the money. I got a lot to offer to J-Lo.
Exactly.
I hope she hears
you
this.
You can sing George Strait, which you will soon. All
No,
right, next
that's not
question.
gonna happen.
Biggest non-golf accomplishment of your life?
Non-golf.
These are real questions.
Dang, you guys.
This is an easy
This
answer
is
too.
this ain't no rinky-dink podcast, dude.
I think this is an easy
life.
answer.
What is it? What is the answer?
Oh, don't say it. No, let him
No,
answer and
it's
then
your
you
answer.
say. You have one for Dub? Okay.
Non-golf.
Non-golf. Can't be golf. We know you've accomplished a lot, except in the state of Colorado.
This show's kind of golf, so never mind. I don't have one.
You don't have one.
Yours was golf?
No, being on this show's
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a big one. That's a big, but that's golf related. Doesn't count.
Yeah, that's true. I totally just I X myself off that.
accomplishment.
Have you ever done anything good in your life other than golf?
Just
Jesus
golf. I
Christ.
mean, jeez.
You didn't win a spelling bee in like 4th grade or anything?
I don't know.
Of course not. That
I
was a
don't
dumb
really know.
question.
I really don't. I mean, accomplished a lot of things. I'm trying to weed through.
Maybe
all
your
the...
diploma, is that one?
Oh yeah, 100%. Took me
God.
5 years. Yeah, that's big.
I have to give him his answer.
Yeah, thank you.
I heard you're really good at ping pong. Did you never win anything?
I don't
I
know
heard he's
why.
bad.
That's so.
I heard you're not good.
No, I was really good.
But
No, I'm not so good anymore.
you've lost
I've
it.
lost it. Like if you went and played golf right now, which you do sometimes, you've lost it from when you used to have
I'm not
it.
what I want. I was once here. You looked up to me. Now there's been a
You looked
complete
up to me.
reversal, dude. There's been a complete reversal.
I didn't.
So
play,
I get it. I get it.
I didn't play for like 2 years. You kind of lose. I lost my handles basically. I'm not as good.
I get it. Say no more.
Hey,
you'll come back.
you give me
Boyd
2
can work
weeks?
with you on that.
2 weeks and I'll be dialed.
Get Boyd to work with you on the mind. All right, Colt, fire.
What's the dorkiest thing nobody knows about you?
We'll say ours.
Yeah, I'm.
I got one right off the top of my head, but you go first.
Dorkiest thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even.
Do you
know.
watch any crap TV? Do you?
Oh yeah, I'm
What?
I'm a hopeless romantic.
I knew it. That's why he's a great bachelor, dude. That's why he's a great
I'm
bachelor.
I've seen almost every chick flick. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Favorite chick flick.
Give us a chick flick.
Favorite
Yeah.
chick flick.
Oh my
A
god.
quick one.
I think I have one.
Does white chicks qualify as a favorite?
No, that is
No,
not-
dude, that's not a rom. That's just a com.
No, it's just a com.
That's a straight com. There's no rom about that. It's just making fun of white chicks.
Rom-coms are like How to Lose a Guy
Like
in 10
Made in
Days or-
Manhattan.
yeah.
Well, that's
And that's
J-Lo.
J-Lo.
That's my girl. I
All
love her.
right, we're in competition for her, so
no, you got no chance.
we're no
You're
longer
married.
friends.
I'm single.
But that's my past.
Hey, I get on
That's
The
my
Bachelor.
one.
She better be on it.
Ooh, her and McKinnon.
It'll
That's
be
a
a
toss-up.
1 episode show. It'd be like none of you guys get it.
So
Alright,
we're
so
only
you're a big rom-com.
one rose tonight.
What's
It
yours?
goes to J-Lo. My nerdiest thing about me, I love chess. I play chess online against strangers that I don't know, and I talk a lot of shit to
Can
them.
see you talking so much shit.
I literally,
to him.
if
You
I'm
play
about
chess?
to checkmate,
We gotta
I'm
play
like,
some chess.
I was like, I know where you're about to go. I'm about to crush
Hey,
you, and I seriously
I
do it
will.
to
I
everyone.
will wax you in some
I
chess.
disagree. I'll kill you. Hit me up. I'll give you my thing
I was
after
in.
this.
I was in chess club. I chose chess club.
And you didn't say that's the dorkiest thing
Yeah,
about you.
I didn't
your
know.
brain, your
This
brain
is
is
this is how
not working
competitive
fast
I am.
enough.
My parents said, "Hey, you can choose to play an instrument," which like has worked out for John Mayer and everyone
You
else.
should
in the
have done
world.
that.
And I said, "No, that's what nerds do. I don't want to be in
right,
bands."
of course. That's what
So-
every kid says.
So I said, "Oh, let's do something competitive. Let's do chess."
Chess is the best thing for your brain in the
Yeah.
world. It's the
Yeah.
game of kings. All right, I'll play you in chess
So
online. I'll smash
after
you.
school, like 2 days a week from 1st grade to 5th grade, I play chess.
Oh, I love that about you. That's by the way, that's the easiest layup answer you could ever give him for dorkiest thing about you.
Yeah, well, I forgot. That's so.
It's
long
okay.
ago.
You got a lot going on.
So you like rom-coms.
All right, so
and
what's your
chess. What a
dorkiest-
loser.
Come on, ladies.
We said we would say our dorkiest thing. What's yours?
I admit it. I watch a show on Bravo called Below Deck.
No, he watched a lot of shows on Bravo.
just Below Deck.
Don't
It's not
only
a lot of
claim
shows.
don't only
I
claim the
watch
one show, dude. He's-
Below Deck.
I come over to his house every day. I'm literally there every day for work.
And what show is on?
And Bravo is on
You're
every
so
day, dude. It
dumb.
could be the Real Housewives of wherever, and Colt's like, "Oh my God, Cindy's fighting with Lucy again."
This is not
She
true
wore
at
a
all.
dress that totally
It's
doesn't
100%
fit.
true.
Colt knows every drama. Of
I would totally admit this. I watch Below Deck and I watch reruns of Friends nonstop.
Friends
Reruns
is
of
good.
Friends isn't nerd. I wouldn't
Yeah,
count that as
everyone
nerd.
does that. Like,
But
if you
each
don't do
channel,
that,
Bravo-
it's not normal.
Okay. What do we just do? Nerdiest thing.
You're on number 6.
All right. Last time you threw up yesterday.
We might need the next
Before
question.
this podcast.
The last time I threw up was the first time I ever threw up from alcohol.
You've only thrown up one time
One
from
time,
alcohol?
yeah.
You're not drinking.
Are you
that.
out of your mind? You lived in Vegas for 2 years
Yeah.
and you only threw up one time?
I can.
When was
maybe
it?
I'm just-
What was it? Break it down for us.
It was with him.
There you go. There you go, dude.
When?
We're
It was
dude.
with him. We were literally at Whiskey Row and
In Scottsdale. All right. No one knows.
we
what
got to
Whiskey
hear
Row-
this story. This is a great
Okay,
story.
all right.
First
This is
off,
perfect.
There's 2 different versions of this story.
No, there's the real
We got
story
time
and then
for,
there's his
we got
story.
time for both. Go.
Okay, here we go. Colt,
Whiskey Row.
I'm in town. I hadn't lived here. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Just
and a half
moved
years.
here? Or
No,
not?
I was
not
on
even
the
living
web.
here?
I was on the web. I hadn't. Yeah,
Oh, you
so
were a
I'm in
nobody.
town.
I'm surprised Colt was hanging out with you, dude.
Yeah, and I think I almost locked. I think I locked up my card on tour,
Oh,
like to get my.
celebration time.
So I come to Scottsdale and I'm practicing and playing whatever, and then I don't know where I kind of get. I think I texted you or whatever. He said, "Hey, we're going out Whiskey Row.
Yeah.
I got a table. You got to come." So we show up. There's 10, 12 of us. Got girls, some of our
course.
buds. We're having fun. We'd run out of alcohol, and he says, "Hey, Wyndham, get the bottle." And I said, well, why me? And which is now I should have 100% just offered to get the bottle.
No, but at the time, you're fresh out of college. You're like, yo, that's a bottle. That's a lot of money. Yeah.
So I go, really? And he's like, yeah, I'll kick you out if you don't get the bottle.
That is not true
No,
at all.
100%.
You don't have to convince. That sounds 100% like a Colt line.
He's like 100%. And he brings over. He's like, hey.
Yeah, he does this.
He knows everybody.
Of course. Hey, Cindy.
Colt,
Another Patron.
Cindy.
Colt goes there.
Colt
goes there 4 times a week, so he knows everybody.
Oh, he has a cot in the back.
Yeah.
He sleeps in that.
So he just literally lifts his hand, and everyone's like, "Oh, there's Colt." So he brings over. So the guy comes over, and I'm like, "All right, fine, I'll get it." So the girl comes over, and this is me being, on the web, just out of college. I'm like, hey, what's your cheapest bottle?
Give me the trash.
Literally, and she's like, really?
Yeah.
She goes, it's 450 bottles for like Don Julio. I'm like, are you
$450.
kidding me? I'm like, I can go buy that right now.
I could buy 12 of those things. Yeah.
More than that. And so I order the bottle, and within 10 to 20 minutes, as the bottle gets there, Colt goes, hey, we got another spot at Bevy or whatever.
Yeah.
I go, oh, great, sweet. We've had one drink, and I just spent $450, and now we're going somewhere else. So I was kind of mad. I was like, well, this sucks. So me and my friend and a couple of girls that were there, we stayed. My friend and I finished the bottle between the two of us.
Yeah, you're like, I ain't leaving until I get my full 450 worth.
And afterwards, I wasn't speaking English.
Okay.
I don't remember what happened, and I threw up all over my friend's place. Had no idea. Wake up the next day, I leave like $100, $200. Write a note. I'm so sorry, and I leave.
You don't ever leave a note. You just leave.
You both have learned from both of us.
I feel like this is like our child, our adopted child that we've helped raise. You know what I mean? That's the only time you've ever thrown up from booze.
I'm being dead serious.
That's crazy. Good on you for that.
Yeah, I didn't drink that. I don't drink that much, and that one time, I literally finished the bottle.
You sent it, and by the way, you just had like locked up your tour card. If you're ever gonna throw up on a night, it should be the day that you accomplish your lifelong goal. So good for you for doing that. If you don't puke that night, I lose a little bit of respect for you, but you have my full respect now.
Yeah,
and I'm backing myself up. I did not say you got to leave.
No, that's a Colt line.
No,
I totally believe you.
He was trying to bigwig me. He also said, this is a fact line. I wish I recorded it.
Not true. We're on to the next question.
No, keep going.
He literally said, he goes, oh, I know you're going to be on PGA Tour. I know how much money you make. You're buying this bottle. And I was like,
100% right.
And I'm like,
I don't even have to be there. That's
I'm
for
nice
sure.
To the young guys.
That's for sure what happened. Thank you for clarifying.
Now that I'm a media sensation, I'm still very generous, and
he is very nice, but I think he was trying to show off.
I get big guy. You don't gotta explain to me. I appreciate you being very candid in that storytelling.
All right, number 7.
Okay, there we go.
Are you a cuddler with women?
Of course, he's a romantic.
Oh my god, I just thought of who his actor was.
Who? Yes, love. Go back.
Who's the guy from? He reminds me. He looks like the guy from Footloose.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
I get that a lot, bro. I actually get that a lot. Yeah. Shockingly, that's the wrong answer. It's Jamie Foxx, but that's a good guess.
Oh, okay.
That's a good guess.
Right?
That's a good
But
guess.
that's who you look like.
I actually legit get that. I don't understand it. I don't hate it. I love Kevin Bacon. Few Good Men. He was great. Yeah. He's a great attorney. I feel like I could get in there and live.
Unfortunately, you can't dance like him.
Thought of that, by the way.
But it's Jamie Foxx.
We'd had to come back and refilm this if you didn't think of it.
Yeah. Well, the whole time I screwed up the other questions. That's all I was
like
thinking.
Yeah,
it hit me. Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. So when you're cuddling, are you the big spoon or the little spoon?
I mean, I would like to be the little spoon because it's way more comfortable. But of course, I'm the guy, so I'm the big spoon. It's awful.
It's awful.
I literally.
All right, ladies, he's not a cuddler.
No, it's the worst thing ever.
Rhea profile.
Any girlfriend I've ever dated, they know that. Like, I'll cuddle for 2 minutes. I get too hot, and I say, "Get away."
It is a hot environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the minute, like, if they ever come over and cuddle you, and it's like, "Wow, this is great." And I'm the little spoon.
Like, you like to be
I'm
held.
I'm like, no wonder you guys love this. There's nothing worse.
Was an incredible answer.
Yeah.
Dude, this is not like he knows what he's saying.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. There's nothing worse. Your arms like this. You're like, what do I do with all?
You just want a guy.
You have to see your chiropractor the next day.
Can a fellow be held once in a while? You know what I mean? Can a guy get some nurture? Can a guy get a little
back scratch?
I get it, dude. Let me be held one time. You know what I mean? I don't always have to be the protector. All right, that's a good.
I'm trying to roll.
That was more detailed than I thought. I thought that would be one answer. I'm big spoon. I'm the man. But you got into it. This is why he's a great. This is why he's a great bachelor. Chris Harrison, I swear to God, if you don't put this kid on, you're an idiot. All right. All right, this is a good question.
Chris, I'm sorry.
Being as that you like scheduled, unscheduled, and rescheduled this podcast like 6 different times. When dating a girl, who takes longer to get ready, you or her?
Oh, dude. I mean, I get ready in T-minus 8 minutes.
No.
Fact.
No, dude, you are put together. You got the hair, you got the gel.
I hardly have any hair. I mean, yeah, if you count like getting
the beard's got to be right. You have that
yeah,
element.
but literally 10 minutes. I'm more often than not waiting on anyone because I
all right, I'm gonna believe you because you've been so honest in all your other answers.
Yeah.
I feel like you're speaking the truth.
That's one
right
thing
now.
that doesn't take me that long.
Good. I'm very proud of you.
I can think of another thing.
No.
Wow.
Cut that. Edit that. All
Yeah,
right,
8
keep going.
minutes. 8 takes me 8 to 10
You're
minutes.
the you're like a rodeo clown.
Marathon.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. Don't worry. That's when you become the little spoon.
Yeah.
All right, keep going. Cole.
All right. Last question, and by far the most important.
This is the one we ask everyone. Think on this, and remember what we talked about earlier.
You have a 10-foot putt to save your life.
Mm-hmm.
You get to pick me or Drew to make it for you. You got to stay alive. Who's it going to be?
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, it is.
It is so easy.
Yeah, I know. Go say it.
Colton,
I told
One
you. I
person
freaking
that
told
said
you.
you.
No one said. Everyone hates on me. Of course, I get it, dude. But you know I roll the rock.
No, you do roll the rock, but he really rolls the rock.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes,
All right.
that
Well,
is
that's
true.
just the guy that never
I've-
beat my high school records, trying to get one up on me for the first time ever.
It depends how many Red Bulls you're in and
That's-
like what
that's-
time of day.
A lot of
and-
chew, a lot of Red Bull. There's
Yeah.
no one putts better than me on chew and Red Bull.
You
I swear
are the
to God.
best putter on 3 Red Bulls I've ever seen.
I swear, I tell these guys all the time. This is a good little tip for you as you're coming up about to win majors and stuff. You want to mimic the nerves. You're talking about playing well on the weekends. Here's what you do: you go to the range, you crush 3-4 Red Bulls, and then go have a session. That gets your heart going, dog.
Yeah.
That's how you get ready for nerves. I did it. I was ahead of my time, and no one else does it. Don't tell that to other people because that's a little trick of the trade, secret of the pros. 9th green at 9 type of situation. You go to the range next time you're with Boyd, drink 4 Red Bulls, and be like, all right, I'm ready to practice.
That would be
and
a good
that
idea.
will mimic Sunday afternoon back 9.
Oh, my God. It's a terrible idea.
And no one will ever do it. by the
That's a
way.
good idea.
Well, Dub, we can't thank you enough for coming on. Are you ready to sing a little Amarillo by morning?
No, dude, I can't believe No, I'm not. Are you kidding me?
no, you don't have
You don't have to.
Any
You don't
girl,
have to.
any girl
You were
that I
so
had a
good on this
chance with,
podcast. You were so good on this podcast that we're going to let you slide.
you realize that's gonna get out on
If you hadn't
social
gone
media.
into detail about the cuddling and the big spoon, little spoon, we would have made you do it. But because you gave us that, and because you're going to be the next Bachelor, which
And
you'll probably have to sing,
We are coming on The Bachelor with
and
him.
we were going to be a part of the Bachelor, that we will let you
Yeah.
skate.
If I do get on that show, like all my boys are getting on that show.
Hunter, dude, we will smoke out the trash so fast.
I love it, man.
So
You're the best. Thanks so
Thanks.
much for
Doug,
coming on.
the
Appreciate
legend.
it. That was Wyndham Clark on Golf Subpar.
All right, and we're back, and that was Wyndham Clark, aka Dub. Nice enough to spend a little time with us. Dude, that was a fun one. Like, that's a fun I've known him for a long time, but he is such a good dude. I think he'll open a lot of eyes hopefully this week with that interview. He is so good to be around, and also, by the way, massive golf game that he's got too.
He is. He's super talented. He is super funny. I don't think I've laughed that much during an interview. He was incredible, talking about his relationship with Chris Harrison, possibly being a Bachelor, the Bachelor one day in the future. His cuddling comments were probably my favorite.
Yeah, big.
I just want to
cuddler.
be the little spoon.
This is a big cuddler. I just want to be held. I'm just a guy that wants to be held. What's wrong with that?
I get it. And by the way, when we recorded that episode, he was late for a date. The women like him. The women like Dub.
we caught him up. So if that relationship's still going, then he's got some smooth talking too, because he was about an hour late he got out of here. He's like, dude, I'm an hour behind when I thought.
If she waited, he's definitely the real deal.
He won't need that gig
he was
on The
fantastic. He is. He's going to be a superstar in this game, and look out for Wyndham Clark in the future.
If we could have only got him to sing. He's a little shy on the mic in terms of his vocals.
Very disappointing.
It's a hard act to follow Rom up with what he did.
That's true. But if we could have got a little Amarillo by morning out of Wyndham Clark, George Strait might have called him to come on tour with him.
He would have had the pick of the litter of whoever he wants out there.
Maybe
in
next
the
time.
dating
He'll be
world.
back.
He'll definitely be back. But that was a blast. And now that leads us into something that's been a little bit less of a blast for me. That's our gambling picks for the week. So we got to get a quick update from producer Mark here. I'm slightly down. It's not that big. We probably don't even really need to go through the numbers.
I only had 4 top 15s last week. It's not,
but
no
I
big
mean,
deal. But
numbers, whatever.
Yes, so Colt, you're right. 4 top 15 players: Rory Mcilroy, T5, Matthew Fitzpatrick, T9, Harris English, T9, and Scotty Scheffler, T15.
Thank you. Thank you.
And,
No applause needed.
Thank you all the tour players.
Drew also had Rory.
Thank you.
And then I think Jason Day backfired a bit on you.
Can we talk about that
Yes,
real quick?
let him finish going through, and then we can let
and
your
then
team have it.
Victor Hovland, T42, Abe Answer, T56. Leaving the standings right now is Colt with $2,867,656. And Drew, just shy of $1 million.
Just shy.
$996,050.
Just
Nothing
under
in it.
2 million behind.
Just a
nothing in it.
I've got a 3. You're 3x up on me. It's not a big deal. This is a standard tortoise
All right.
in the hare scenario.
I'm gonna let you have this moment because we joked around about it all last week. You took Jason Day.
Of course.
I told you there were stairs to climb from the putting green to the range, and it could be a problem.
Yeah.
He WD'd on you.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have stuck it out for you.
I mean, dude, have a little heart.
Just make a cut and
gut
give
it
me
out.
some
Play the
dollars.
weekend. Put a little bit of points on the board for Team Sleaze here. Of course, we make every single joke last week, like, oh, if only Jason Day doesn't stub his toe on the way to the first tee. Sure enough. And I was like, he's done with all those episodes. He's back. He's playing. Of course, no. Middle of the second round, gone. See you later. So standard issue. I pick him. I go out on a limb. Done. Doesn't play. He'll never be picked again.
Seen the text that Drew sent to producer Mark and myself about this Jason Day. He was not happy. It was there was a lot of rage involved, a lot of inappropriate things that we cannot read on golf subpar. It's just not appropriate.
That's just not the way I
But
coach
the good
my
news
team.
is we have this week.
They're always
And we are on to the Players' Championship, the best tournament on the PGA Tour. Let's get into the picks. I mean, it's an absolutely star-studded event.
yes.
So, who do you want to go first?
You go.
You want me to go first?
You go. You have the honor. I'm a man of integrity.
All right, I'm gonna go.
I got to earn the tee.
I'm giving you a chance here. I feel like.
Okay.
I'm going
Good.
a little off the wall with my favorite pick. So our favorites are within the 25-1 or better.
25 to 1
range.
or better.
Okay. He's played the Players' Championship 3 times.
Okay.
He's gotten better every year he's played it. 41st, 7th, 5th, I believe, last year.
Okay.
This is a perfect golf course for him, in my opinion. He's 32nd on the PGA Tour in greens and regulation. Loves the moment. Got to win a massive tournament soon. The guy's too good. Tommy Fleetwood is my favorite.
Yep, that's not a bad pick. Not bad from a tee to green perspective. He missed one cut last week. It was the first time in like 100 weeks.
I think it's a good thing.
I don't blame
He's
you.
rested.
I would not argue that. I would not. I think get a little rest, gear up. He's got a little red ass coming into this week. Shock the world. Tommy Fleetwood, not going to knock it. Hard knock any of your picks right now, and I'm down 3x, but I still will anyways. All right, I'm going to go friend of the program here. Keeping it loyal, just like I picked Barn Rat the week he was on. I'm going Jon Rahm coming in. He's 10-1. So last 6 PGA Tour starts, we do a lot of talking about Rory McIlroy and how he finishes high every week. Rahm ain't too far behind. Last 6 starts, worst finish is 17th, top 10 in all other the other 5 events that he played. I don't think there's a bad course necessarily for him. And last year he was in the mix till he had a little mix-up on the 11th hole, par 5, wanted to go for it from a bunker under a tree with some wind. Maybe didn't make the best decision in the world.
Incredible decision
yeah,
making.
I'm going to just hook this 4-iron under the tree, over the water, to the back left pin, and everything will be fine.
Make that pelican fly off its
Yeah, exactly.
perch.
I'm tied for the lead. Yeah, this is definitely the time to pull it off. So, anyways, I'm going Jon Rahm for my top dog.
All right, let's go to our second level, which is anywhere from 26-1 to 50-1 to win. You have the honor, sir.
Okay, my honor here. I was being pulled in 2 directions. First thing jumped off the page of me, Brooks Koepka at 40-1. It's hard to not take Brooks Koepka in any golf tournament going off at 40-1. Then, being in the situation that I'm in, where I built myself a little bit of a deficit here, I said Team Sleaze needs a sure thing right now. I needed a steady Eddie guy, so I went with Matt Kuchar, 45-1. Second at Riv recently, 22nd in Mexico City. He's taking a little time off since then. But I need a dude that I know is going to punch the clock and be there on the weekend and make my squad some money. So I'm going Matt Kuchar. He's the most sure thing I could find there.
Past champion.
Correct.
Well, I think you slipped up here.
Okay.
Because there is a guy that I can't believe he's in this second tier. Okay. Also a past champion. Won in 2018. Last 3 starts at the Players' Championship. 16th, 1st, 16th.
Okay, it's not terrible.
Little trend coming.
Not terrible.
Only finished outside the top 10 once this whole season. Okay. 2-week break. He's going to be rested. 40th in driving accuracy, 7th in greens and regulation. You got to hit the fairways. You got to hit greens around Teepee Sawgrass. I would know. Webb Simpson, 30-1.
Yeah, that's the real deal Holyfield. That's the real deal Holyfield. That's a really good one. I actually, when I saw him, I was like, you will pick him. And I'm at the point now where I'm at a stage now where I got to make ties or losses to me at this point. So I got to move
You're
up.
getting
So
desperate.
that's a good pick
All right.
for you.
Well, now this is where
the
real money happens. This is where if you can get guys to finish well, you've done your homework, you've succeeded. I'll start us off.
lead it.
This is a weird pick. It's not a weird pick for me. It's just it goes against everything I do.
Okay.
Because he has no history of playing well here. Okay? Even though this should be a perfect golf course for this guy. Like I said earlier, you got to drive it straight. You got to hit a lot of greens. It's a first and a second shot golf course, but you have to put the ball in the fairway. You cannot succeed around Teepee Seesaw grass playing from the rough. It just does not work. He's got some fresh equipment in the bag. By fresh, I mean old. Recently ripped up that PXG contract. My guy, Ches Reavie. He's 100-1.
That is actually shocking. You mentioned that like course history, he hasn't played well there before. That should be a joint that he thrives on. Okay. Doesn't miss fairways, does not miss greens.
And for the sake of our amazing show here, and I knew I was going to pick him this week, we went and played Desert Forest on Friday.
Hardest golf course in Scottsdale by a mile.
And we're driving. I picked him up. You know, he's a little low on cash.
Yeah,
can't afford an Uber or anything. So I
get it.
Pick him up, driving up, and so we're talking about TPC Sawgrass, and he asked me, he's like, "Dude, I've never played well there. I don't understand it." So the year before I played well, I sat down with Steve Elkington, who 2-time winner around TPC Sawgrass. We went hole by hole of how to attack this place, and it worked out beautifully for me. I'm not going to tell y'all what he said, but I shared it with Ches Reavie for the sake of this, and I think Ches is going to have a big week.
Little 9th green at 9 there. Professor Gravy clocking in and shedding some knowledge.
I mean, I don't need it anymore.
No, dude. You should be selling it.
I should.
But
who
for
you
a friend, you give it for free.
Yep, of course.
All right, what's his odds? Oh, he's 100-1.
100-1.
That's wild, by the way. That's a sneaky solid pick. I'm going first of my two here. I'm going to 60-1. Guy does not play often on the PGA Tour, but when he does, he typically plays pretty well. Major champion, major game, very good iron player, very good tee to green player. If he tones back, driving actually is not flawless, but he doesn't need a ton of drivers this week. I'm going Louis Oosthuizen, 60-1.
Good player, best swing in golf, arguably.
Yes, correct.
And by the way, back to not to ignore your pick, but just back to the Ches Reavie thing. One more thing for you guys at home. He does have his old irons back in play, and the last 3 years, I think he's been top 5 in proximity to the hole, which is a huge stat around here. And he's got those irons back in play, and he looked great on Friday. He looked like the old Ches Reavie, the one that won about $8 million.
The one that holed out from the fairway like 17 times last year, and then switched everything. So he's back to those ones.
It was impressive. So just think about that, you guys at home. We probably just moved the line, to be honest.
Yeah, he's going off at 42-1 now.
All right, who's your last guy?
My last guy, I'm going another kind of steady Eddie guy. Guy got a good course history around here. 5th last year, arguably the best putter on planet Earth. Like him on courses where there's not a lot of drivers being hit, or you don't have to hit driver if you don't, because he's not the straightest and he's not the longest, but from closer he gets to the green, the better he is. I'm going Brandt Snedeker, 80-1 for Brandt Snedeker.
Interesting.
5th last year. Yeah, I need veterans. I need guys that know how to get it done right now. I need no more of these flyers. I need no guys coming up limp, coming up lame on Saturdays and Sundays. I need guys that are going to be around for the weekend, punch the clock, work. That's the Sleaze motto. I need blue-collar guys.
I'll be honest. I didn't see that one coming, and I doubt you're going to see the one coming that I have next.
Okay.
Another guy, 100-1.
Perfect. This is my chance.
He's only played here once. His last 3 weeks on tour have been incredible. 14th, 5th, 5th. He's got an unbelievable attitude, which I think is huge around TPC Sawgrass, because a lot of things can happen. This guy does not shy away from the moment. Joel Damon, I love his game. He keeps getting better and better each week. He finished 12th here last year. I think he could turn some heads around TPC Sawgrass this week.
Good game for him. A good track for him. Got a good game for it. Incredible iron player. Really good iron player. Yeah, I can't knock the picks. It's hard for me to knock any of them right now when you're down 3x in the standings. But like I said, we're in the first 100 meters of a marathon right now. We can't start hoisting any trophies just yet.
All right, well, let's go over our picks. I got Tommy Fleetwood, Webb Simpson, Ches Reavie, Joel Damon.
And I'm rocking with John Rahm, Matt Kuchar, Louis the Great, Oosthuizen, and Brandt Snedeker.
Well, best of luck to you, Sleazy.
Yes,
you got some catching up to do.
Very classy.
Well, best of luck to you, Sleazy. And thank you all for listening. We'll talk to you next week on Golf Subpar.